adrenochrome. Pardon me.
Dearest Rev and Shani, it was not Frank who photoshopped Rev's arms so tiny and disproportionate to his body. It was me, the fat photog, who did it. I take no pleasure in what I've done. I can only offer this in return.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts. And I am too sexy for Milan. Too sexy for Milan, New York and Japan.
Get it through your head, bitch! Get it through your head, you fucking cunt! You're a cunt! You're a fucking hooah and a fucking cunt!
Why not get a job?
It's like I've helped every one of you fuckers out. Every single one of you guys out. When I had the means. But since you destroyed everything I've had in my life, where I can't even get a job if I wanted to.
What?
Are you serious right now?
It's time for America's favorite game show, Dragnauct.
Oh, folks, we got a great show lined up for you tonight, but first, we got to get to our sponsors. Got to pay them bills. Bill, go ahead and roll that footage for us.
New Rev's Peach Rollies. Folks, can you say
Flavor, extra strength, pump away. Bumps below the belt, try pump away.
Brogaine, for when you're tired of wearing those damn bandanas.
Now let's get to the man of the hour. You know him very well, folks. It's our own Dragnauct. All right, folks, we got our contestants lined up right now. Let's go with contestant number 1.
Hey, Drag, I really want to see that dick.
All right, contestant number 2.
Please, Drag, show me your dick. Please show me your dick, Drag.
Contestant number 3.
I do want to see Drag naked now. I want to see his dick.
Cool, sorry folks, technical difficulties. Contestant number 4.
Please, Drag, please show us your penis.
Number 5.
Post a picture of your dick.
All right, Bill, quit fucking around back there. Get that motherfucker.
Let's see it. Let's see how big it is.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, go to number 6.
Hey, Daddy Drag. Please, can I see your penis?
Lucky number 7.
Dragnauct, for the love of fucking God, please send me a picture of your dick.
Finally, contestant number 8.
Let's see that big dick energy behind that 6'3" frame.
God damn it, Bill, get your head out of your fucking ass.
Hey, Drag, so I've been thinking. I've been in the community a while, and it's been such a tease. Show me that thing.
You take your shirt off because women like it. Why don't you put your dick out there?
Motherfucker. No, fuck this show. Cut it, Bill. We're going to fucking break.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh, folks, we got a tobacco situation, the finest quality in all of Eastern Pennsylvania. Sprinkle that tobacco, click it up, and then you've got yourself a Rev Rollies.
It's a Rev Roller right there. It's a perfect cigarette.
Let's check out some individual reviews. Don't forget to drink plenty of water.
Get behind me, Satan.
Rev Rollies.
No!
I am David Attenborough. And this is Todd and Nature. Todd and Nature. Todd and
I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I 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 sell.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Go fuck yourselves. That's right, folks.
Goddamn motherfucking go! Motherfucking go! Motherfucking go! Goddamn motherfucking go! Motherfucking go! Motherfucking go! I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. 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 Barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling.
Because I'm not going to have the lexicon out there for my name, JWE Revelation News, of having a small fucking dick. I don't. I have a normal size Eastern European slack. I have slack. Shanny, do I hang a bit?
You hang a bit.
Do I flop?
You flop.
See, I got floppage, folks.
Hot damn! Hot damn!
Shanny, you're not a Christian. You're a whore.
I have slack.
Hot damn! Hot damn!
You can't even be honest with yourselves. That's sad.
Because I'm not going to have the lexicon out there for my name, JWE Revelation News, of having a small fucking dick. Small fucking dick.
Jason.
Small fucking dick. Small fucking dick.
He's got bigger feet than you.
But yeah, you have to say that. Like,
I'm sorry.
yeah, just fucking leave it alone. I don't want people to know that.
Jason, chill out.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves.
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Go fuck yourselves.
That's right, folks.
I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling. 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 I sell barrel rolling, barrel rolling.
Your arguments are stupid.
You're a punk ass bitch.
If we are free, I can go out and kill that motherfucker that I don't like right now.
Your goddamn motherfucking go!
Can you say it? Say it right now for me.
You're evil fucking woman! So good night, everybody, and fuck off. Fuck off.
I mean, like, I'll have to try to find something like that here.
Okay, area. Alright, hey, what's going on, folks? I had some tasty treats last night, so if I seem out of it, that's why. So last night members got a treat, even got some secrets, and we started watching part 2 of The Geek Room and myself talking to none other than Lucas Werner. Hold on. Yeah, okay, here we go. We were listening to part 1, and then we got done with that. But I'm just going to play this from the beginning. Well, a little bit from the beginning. Lucas had some technical issues. I'm just going to fast forward past that because, I mean, he wasn't paying attention anyway, so it really wasn't important. But this is just going to be pretty much a watch party. I will be watching the side chat. Y'all see I'm playing this. But I will be watching the side chat, so if people need clarification on something, then I'll be sure to oblige. Maybe in text, I might stop it and talk about some stuff. I'm not too sure because I don't feel like doing a whole actual review right now. So yeah, there's that. But get ready for some cringe. Somebody, actually a few of y'all, especially women, said that you physically can't listen to him because you dry up like the Sahara. I think that's almost a verbatim quote from at least 2 people. So I get it, and it's going to get painful. It's going to get very painful. the last conversation, he was speaking to some lovely ladies, Fit and Curvy, Lola, and there's a remarkable difference in the way the conversation goes when he's speaking to women versus when he's speaking to a guy. It's almost like he doesn't respect them as people. I don't know, but I want to draw people's attention to my back. Oh, it's not really my back. It's actually like the back of the top left portion. Yeah. Top left hip down to the fucking past my ass cheek down the back of my left thigh. Like I think it's the piriformis muscle. I think that's what it is. But yeah, no. I want y'all to pay attention to what me and Frank, I think Brand is there this time, what we're asking him. Very specific questions based on things that he has repeated, and some things that you've heard him say and type and put in fucking memes. And I want y'all to listen to how he responds. And I want y'all to keep in mind the kind of shit that this guy says when he's directly confronted with some of this stuff, what it comes down to. Because all of the fucking comments about he wants to create a superior child and shit like that, I should actually go back and play the last portion of Lola's conversation with him, because she directly, she get like right to the heart of it, why he specifically wants that, and all that narrative goes away completely. And actually, Todd was there last night when Lola actually says, "Okay, hey, what's going on with you and this I guess inclination towards you wanting to create the superior baby or whatever? Why is that even a thing?" And it comes down to 18-year-olds are hot. Again, that's almost a verbatim quote. It's just like, oh yeah, are there good-looking young women? Absolutely, but why specifically 18? There's plenty of 25, 27, 29, 30-year-olds that look better actually than, at least in my opinion, than 18-year-olds. But it came down to, oh, their skin is hot and tight and all that kind of shit. Again, his words, not mine. So on that note, I'm going to shut the fuck up, and y'all see what's going down. Okay, actually, ooh, that's too big. Too big. All right, that's good enough. Y'all need to see me for this. Associated with euphoria, but because someone may or may not be.
Last week, if you're ready for that.
I know I am, Frank.
Okay. Okay, so all right. Let's see. Let's. I'm trying to find a real good one real quick. Let's see. The Geek Room ask Lucas why he thinks women blushing means that they want to get with him. Also, maybe
because
go ahead.
Because it's a release of those.
That's what?
And they're usually smiling when they have the release of serotonin, and they seem to chill. So that's a dopamine. And oxytocin, serotonin, and dopamine is the chemical triplets of love.
That's associated with euphoria, but because someone may or may not be experiencing euphoria, it doesn't always indicate love. There are people who release those chemicals when they're excited about something. So how do you actually determine that unless you are in there like detecting these with some sort of probe?
Because they're smiling, which is a release of serotonin, and they're calm, so that's a release of dopamine. And tocin, they're blushing and standing there. So I mean reaction. They're calm and happy, and together going is on.
Yeah,
like now when I don't know.
Yeah, you're breaking up really bad. Are you stationary?
Yeah.
You may have to switch to like a Wi-Fi or something because it's breaking up really bad.
Yeah, it's coming in and out, and it's also rebotting.
Oh, it seems like put it up.
Let us know
I hope everyone's okay.
Let us know when that is situated. And maybe
though, bro.
Like I gotta wait these. They're
just because.
It's definitely echoing on your end. So how's your day today, Brad? Delving into the mind of the worm once more. Are you near something that produces a
Okay,
Usually my
yeah.
Firefox looks better than my Chrome.
No, Firefox doesn't. I think Firefox doesn't like Streamlabs, so or StreamYards rather.
I guess it's a new Internet Explorer.
All right. Do you want to repeat what you said? Because
It's like the new Internet Explorer.
No.
The
No, about the
blushing
blushing
question.
thing. Yeah, about what Drag said.
I mean, they want to stick around, so that's oxytocin. They're happy, so it's serotonin, and they're calm, so it's dopamine.
I mean, that's not necessarily right.
Except for doing a podcast. Well, I mean, objectively, I mean, it's not like they're crying, releasing a bunch of cortisol or something. It's not like they have a bunch of testosterone and they're really angry. You know what I mean?
So do people?
Those are all just different things.
Have you seen someone smile who's actually angry?
Yeah, I mean, it's like cute college-age babes.
Right. But I mean, are they not capable of smiling and also being frustrated or angry?
How can you be frustrated and smile at the same time?
Because it's a nervous habit. People do it all the time.
If you're frustrated, you're not smiling.
People
Because
do
you're
that.
frustrated.
That actually, it's funny you mentioned that. There's a very popular.
What the snake are you talking about? Is this Red Dwarf?
No, this is again. I don't know. Maybe you've not run across people like that, but people who are.
I've never met anybody frustrated, but they're smiling.
Yeah, it's a
That
nervous.
seems impossible.
Okay, so what sort of nervous habits are you familiar with?
Nervous habits?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe like nervous laughter if you're afraid?
Well, okay,
or
so
maybe crying when you're happy?
Well, laughter is not that a positive trait or a positive behavior that you would normally
Sure,
associate.
yeah.
So okay, so but
With
you just
happiness.
do that as a nervous habit. So if someone can laugh while they're nervous, why can't they smile?
Well, we were talking about nervousness. Yeah, this is nervousness. You were talking about frustration. Frustration is a completely different emotion from nervousness.
Not necessarily.
Nervousness is what, I don't know, man. Like nervousness to me conveys fear, but frustration conveys anger, and those are two entirely different emotions.
No, that
It
you
would
can be
be
frustrated with
contradictory.
something, but not angry with it, right? I can be frustrated with a Rubik's cube, but I won't be angry with it. It's an inanimate object. It's the same way that you can be nervous but not angry.
That's a really boring nervous reaction for like just staring at a Rubik's cube. You'd be like frustrated and just staring at it for 5 hours. Move, damn you! But you're not angry. You're just frustrated.
But you could display, right, the outward affect of a smile if that is your nervous habit. If you are, especially if
So you're normal. So what you're saying is that what you do is you stare at a Rubik's cube and you're just smiling at it for 6.5 hours because you're frustrated.
Yeah, a strange smile, but there are people who definitely do that. Again, there's actually a very popular anime where the main character has a very nervous smile, and it's creepy to people because it's betraying what he actually feels.
So what's he doing for this period of time?
He's just smiling from ear to ear. He's very nervous. He's very, shocked in some cases, but he smiles from ear to ear. And it's a very menacing grin, and it throws people off because they can't read his emotions.
Yeah, what's this narcissistic asshole doing?
No, he's not a narcissist. He's not. I don't think that's a trait of a narcissist.
What is he then? He's just sitting there smiling like he's gonna explode?
No, he's the protagonist, and he's smiling because he's actually very nervous about what's going on. Sometimes there's a woman that he likes, and she may be scantily clad, or there may be, an opponent that he's trying to face that's incredibly tough. And his first reaction is to smile from ear to ear.
What's our man's name here? What's his name?
His name?
Who is this cat? Yeah.
It's the anime Fire Force, and Kutsube, I think it is.
So he's like a martial arts superhero.
Well, yeah, more or less. Yeah, sure. We'll go with that.
So Goku here is just sitting there smiling as he's about to kill One Punch Man or whatever the hell.
Goku smiles. Actually, Goku smiles all the time.
How long's he going with this smile there?
The entire series. It's actually something that's emblematic of his character.
Oh, okay. So he just this bronze Adonis about to kick some ass.
I guess. I mean, that we'll go with that.
He's like Goku. But he's like Goku.
Sure. But it's
okay.
You've never heard of someone having a nervous smile?
Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so if a woman has a nervous smile, then presuming that every woman who smiles is doing it out of elation, I think it's a bit, I don't know what you want to call it, but
yeah, I mean, if a woman's frustrated about something, she probably has like some sort of like political issue and has to say something, which is a good trait to have.
Political issue. Now, some women try to avoid doing that because they don't want the guy to kill them. Like if they just meet a new guy and they don't want to give the guy an indication that they may think that this guy may hurt me, they don't want to show fear, so they may just smile to play it off.
Yeah, but they're happy. It's what stand-up comedians do to people.
I'm not sure how this translates to stand-up comics.
I don't know. Or apparently it's this guy on this anime that's going to kick some ass or something, just sitting there staring at his enemy. I don't know. Seems. I don't know. I don't.
Well, I get it. You may not be familiar with it. That's fine. A better question.
Sometimes they're just there because they're noted, and that's usually a point where you can go over and talk to them and just like introduce yourself. I usually don't because I'm busy whenever this happens.
Okay, so have you spoken to any women like platonic women friends? All right, yeah, I just wanted to kind of address this instead of typing it all out. Yeah, somebody said in the chat that I was, you could tell I was smiling. I was actually more so smirking because, and as AJ said in the chat, he can't listen for shit. No, he's not. At no point in time is Lucas Werner actively listening to anybody. And that's just sort of a feature of him. He doesn't actually care enough about much of anything to conduct active listening. Now, will he passively hear what you're saying? Yes, and he'll pick up on one or two words and interrupt you because he thinks that that's the point that you're making. That's good enough. He fundamentally does not care. Going into this, I knew that, and so I expressed a lot of patience, probably more than I should. With his constant interruptions and tangents, but it gets worse. So if you think this very basic exchange is painful, it gets way worse because if you remember what he said at the beginning, right? He's associating like any smile with these chemicals associated with love, and then you hear him concede later that, well, no, people do smile for different reasons, defeating the point that he had made that we were arguing about in the first place. Though I don't even think at this point he realized that he had contradicted himself. He was just going along with it at this point. So, but it was fun to sort of see him then sort of shift his position and concede at the same time, but never actually admitting that he was initially wrong. Friends who have described interacting with members of the opposite sex, males, and not being comfortable around them and probably giving off the wrong signal, like smiling when they're actually nervous.
I don't know. I mean, I mostly talk to women friends, and one of them's going through a divorce right now and playing around with like different makeup patterns, and like another one is going back to school in Nevada, and she always talks about how she wants to get with me or something. And then I have another friend that's an artist friend, and she's trying to either get me to do commission work for her. She's my artist friend in Australia. She's always talking to me and trying to get work or trying to ask me how I'm doing and stuff. She's like 19 or 20. And then, I mean, that's usually what I talk to are my platonic female friends.
But not anything that even close to what I had asked?
Yeah, you kind of dodge around the question.
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Okay. I mean, that would have been nice to know earlier. That's okay. Brian, did you have anything?
You know what? I think it's probably best to just move on to the next question we didn't get to. It's
Okay.
kind of like a dead end as far as I can tell.
I can tell you when I get embarrassed, I blush too, but that doesn't mean I want to fuck somebody. So I'm just,
That's true.
That's
true.
So hold on, let's see. All right, why does he assume that groups together are all having orgies and not just friends? Is he there?
Well, I mean, you could have asked that question at any point in this interview thus far, and it would have been pretty justifiable.
Yeah, I think he's frozen. Yeah, I know why somebody asked him that question.
Yeah.
Because I've heard him talk about that, where he'll see a guy, and this guy will have 2 or 3 chicks near him. Okay, there he is. So, did you get a question?
No.
All right. You might want to sit because you kind of walking around might interfere with everything. Probably, yeah. Why do you assume that groups together are all having orgies and not just friends?
Well, I don't presume that about all of them, but if they're all holding hands, I do. Which is usually, I mean, I've seen both.
I haven't seen a bunch of people hold hands unless, they're. Actually, I've never seen a bunch of people hold hands.
That's a cult, bro.
Well, I think
It's like a poly thing. It's Washington State. They're very open-minded about sex.
Sure. So, if you see a guy and he has a chick on both arms, something like that.
Yeah, I see that a lot.
Okay, so your first guess is, he's banging both these chicks.
Well, I mean, if his arms are wrapped around him, yeah, that's usually the indication.
Okay, so
walk into a nice car usually.
So
like 6 chicks that are hot and going with this guy, and I know the guy might sell drugs or something.
Sure.
Thank you.
So ideally, what would happen in that scenario involving you?
Well, the guy that I saw swoop 6 chicks the other day sells LSD. I mean, I don't buy LSD from the guy, but I know that he sells it.
Right, and so these chicks are probably having sex with him in exchange for LSD.
Probably.
Okay, so that seems to get off.
That's probably what a lot of these guys that get 6 chicks do. If my friend does that. I mean, I've hung out with this guy, had pizza with this guy.
Right.
I used to smoke weed with this guy all the time, but then he started getting real popular.
So,
but every once in a while, I say hey to him. At least I say hey to him.
So what should happen? This is the guy and these 6 chicks, because it sounds like you want to be a part of that.
It would be interesting, but probably irresponsible.
Whatever you're doing is like really loud. So it's
I'm
like
just getting my
rustling.
drink.
Yeah, rustling in the bag is like pretty bad. Just saying. But yeah, like it's.
I mean, look at all this food that I just got.
It's food porn, individual.
Food porn from Clinkerdigger to do a couple ads for a guy, and then he sent me a bunch of drinks.
So you did some ads, huh?
Well, I'm going to.
Oh.
I did an ad for a comic book store. I'm going to do an ad for this guy that stole this chick that he liked on a video game chat.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he sent me $80 worth of food, and then like drinks from 7-Eleven, so it's like $100 worth of shit. And he wants me to do this video for him, calling out his video game enemy, because this guy is a Republican and stole his chick.
That's
so he's
interesting. All right, next question. Does
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing now.
All right, so like, do you not understand that women aren't like chattel, property, commodities, like something to be like almost bartered?
Dude, most of the chicks I talk to all the time are just platonic friends.
That's not
That's
answering
not really
my question.
an answer.
Well, they don't seem like chattel. They just seem like human beings.
That's
good.
Well, I think the impression that you give a lot of people from some of your posts is that when you see a guy with multiple chicks, you make comments like he should give you one. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, it'd be like if I talk to the guy, I'd just say, "Hey, JT, how come you got all those chicks? Are you generous?" And he'd probably start laughing because he's 19.
Well, there's also a video of you where you kind of almost tried to blackmail your neighbors into if they didn't give you a girl, then you was going to report them for heroin.
Well, they got reported too.
And that's still not kind of answering it. Like you're using a girl and blackmailing someone to report them.
They got kicked out of their apartment, Chief.
That's still not. That is still not answering like
Up
the
next
overall
on
thing.
unrelated topics.
Yes, like
I
this
think
is
it's
what
kind
we're
of
talking
immoral
about.
to
Is
have a
what
business hell.
some of your posts in the past of you doing this kind of makes it seem like you do see women as a bargaining tool, as something to blackmail people.
They usually like me more than they like these douchebags, so I don't really care. Because I'm risking my life to try to save them from heroin.
Alright, stop. Can you please stop moving the bags? It's like just kind of.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
So I think Warren, maybe we need to rephrase what's going on here. Okay. Well,
yeah.
The issue.
That's you.
What?
I mean, that's rephrase it.
Okay. In some of these scenarios, you seem to indicate that a guy should at some point give you a woman or access to a woman. Is that a fact?
That's just the way we talk to each other. This book is very gritty.
Okay. Can you see how people who are watching that can interpret that as that you don't think that they're people and more like objects?
They're just a lot of people.
You're not answering the question.
That doesn't
I'm
actually.
not sure what the question. That wasn't even a question.
Clay County, everyone.
What's the exact question?
Can you see from some of your posts from a woman's perspective that it comes off as though you treat women like objects?
No, because I talk to women all the time.
Talking to women does not preclude you from treating them like objects.
They're usually in other states.
Being in other states does not preclude you from treating them like objects.
I don't think I treat them like objects.
Okay, when you tell a guy that he should give you a woman, that is treating a woman like an object.
It's just the banter of our time.
That's fine, and I accept that. I'm not going to pretend like my language, especially on my channel, is not misogynistic at all, but
right,
it is on its face, right? I'm not going to downplay the level of misogyny that is there, and a lot of it's ironic misogyny at that. But if I were to say, hey, I really need a woman, I've not had one in 8 years, hey, you need to give me one, and women who don't know that that's humor, it's going to be really offensive to them, incredibly offensive. And probably going to hurt my chances.
Well, I mean, I do it with women too. I like ask women like, hey, do you have any friends? Can you hook me up? And when they say no, I'm like, okay, well, what about you? And then if they say no again, I'd be like, well, that's a bummer. Then I just send them funny memes and stuff. And then until they heart react them, and then they start heart reacting them. That's pretty much all I do with my women friends. Some of them I talk to. Like one of them lives in the South, one's in Minneapolis. I was talking to this one woman about sushi the other day, or earlier today. And she told me about this meatball, this Korean meatball. She asked me if I went to this restaurant called Wild Sage, and I hadn't, even though I'd heard about it. But she showed me like this gyoza something. I don't know, it's some Korean thing that I never had before.
It was a Korean.
She was like, you should try and get that. Something like that, yeah. She was like, you should get that. I'm like, whoa, that's really good looking. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I'll have to try to find something like that here.
It was a Korean meatball?
Something like that.
Yeah, I heard about those recently.
Yeah, she said it's like this, it's almost like an appetizer thing. And then there was like this salad that came with it. It was like cabbage. So I was like, yeah, I might have to check that out.
Frank, do we have any food-related questions? Because he seems to really enjoy that topic.
I'm still trying to get him to see why he like trying to blackmail someone for a woman is not like. You really that's still that's misogynistic. That's still trying to treat them like commodities. If you're trying to blackmail somebody into them giving you a woman, or you're going to fucking report them to the cops for heroin. Using them as a blackmailing tool. No, using them as a blackmailing tool is still treating them as a commodity, not like as a human being.
Well, I'd probably cook for them better than Topper ramen.
That doesn't matter.
What does that have to do with anything, though?
They would eat better with me.
That doesn't matter. You're missing the point here. You here. This went way the fuck over your head. It is still it's still treating them as like they're not a person.
Well, explain to me how when they come up to me, they're like explaining to me how they should get with me and not the boyfriend. And they're like, well, you have a boyfriend. So I can't, but I would if you didn't have a boyfriend.
Wait, women come up to you telling you how they want to get with you?
Yes.
How often does this
But they have
happen?
boyfriends. Not very often, but every so often.
Okay. You know that those women are joking with you, right?
No, they're not joking.
So it's been my experience in every vagina that I've known that if they want to get with someone, they don't talk about it.
Well, these are very communicative women.
Have any of them gotten with you after talking about it?
No, because I turn them down because they have boyfriends.
Okay.
All right, so this is a good question. Please ask him specifically why he thinks his younger friends, who gets food and weed for, should give him a woman in return.
They don't owe me anything. I'm just saying they would be nice of them to do that. They're like, hook me up. They wouldn't mind because I'm always hooking them up with like sandwiches and stuff.
But why do you think that they should do this?
Because I get along well with the women once we start talking. Isaac, who I talk about a lot, he hooked me up with some chick that I've been talking to over the phone named Trina. And I know this person named Hayden and Cammie that I occasionally talk to. Hayden's was born female, wants to transition into a male.
That's still kind of going around the question.
Like you're basically trying to set up a barter system, which would be in essence commodity for commodity.
Well, I
see
asked
how
my
this is
buddy
coming
if he
full
could
circle.
hook me up with a chick. No, because I asked my buddy if he could hook me up with a chick because I'm always hooking him up with food, and then he hooked me up with a chick, and I'm talking to her right now.
You just said the
And
same
she
thing I
knows
did.
it. Yeah, but she knows this and is good with it.
I wonder how many sandwiches it would cost for me to bang any chick I wanted.
Right?
Depends on the sandwich.
It depends on the sandwich, huh? What about
This
like
is
a
a
good
sandwich.
pastrami?
That looks like a pretty good
Yeah,
sandwich.
that would do it for me if I was a chick.
I think I could get maybe a 10-minute blowjob out of that sandwich. That's a pretty good one.
So you would bang you for that sandwich? Is that what you're saying?
I might have to go with like a year's worth.
So a year's worth of those sandwiches to
I'm
bang
sort
you?
of there's a few things
Yeah, maybe.
about,
I
but
don't know. Never really thought about it.
I'm not going to pursue
It's not something a guy in his daily discourse thinks about. Like, how many sandwiches would it cost to bang me? I don't know,
Yeah, and,
years
like,
worth of Arby's?
How much is a year's worth? Are you going to eat one every day? Like, we got to
I mean,
map this out here.
presumably, you'd eat 3 a day.
Oh shit! You are anything but cheap then. That's that. That bill's going to rack up.
I mean,
I know a guy who used his mother's inheritance to do kind of the same thing, so I feel you.
All right, here's another good one. If you want a woman, why can't you carve your own path and find them yourself? Why do you have to have other people find them for you?
Where do I find them at?
Everywhere. And where you're at right
everywhere,
now.
Man. Where's everywhere?
Where are you at right now?
At a bus plaza.
I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of women there. As long as you don't start talking about telomeres and stuff like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they're like half the population.
Sometimes they're around. Usually very empty.
Clinker diggers. You can go there. There's a bunch of women there.
You can't sit down in the restaurant.
Walmart. Lowe's.
Walmart.
Whatever store you go to get clothes and food and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to college, so presumably I'll just do it at college.
Okay. There you go. There's women in college. Why can't you go up to one of the women in college and
not do the things you do?
Yeah.
Well, that starts in January.
Okay.
Frank, what is it like talking to Bizarro Frank? Is that why you're so frustrated?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, say it's January. You start in college. There's women there. Why can't you go and talk to a woman there?
I probably will start doing that.
Okay.
It's a good plan.
So why do you have to have other people do it for you right now? Like right now and God damn it.
Because that's January. This is December.
Okay. It is December 28th. Yes. Okay, he does have a point. But you can go to anywhere. Like you can go just to a bar.
There's a big sign that says anywhere.
A bar. 40 years old. You can go to a bar and possibly.
I swear to you, there's a pandemic out there. You can't just go to a bar. Bartenders are out of work right now, dude. It's a pandemic.
Okay, so what was the problem before the pandemic then? Because this is judging by your YouTube history, seemed like it's been an ongoing issue.
I didn't know anybody.
Well, I mean,
I met them all during that.
You can go into
that was
a bar.
advice to do that.
Yes.
Well, I was kind of looking at that, but they were kind of skanks. Like I'd go around different bars and I'd either like stand outside or I'd go in and get a drink, and then I'd see different scenarios with the same chicks played out at different bars, and I thought there's some skanks, and I'm not gonna go with that. I might get some AIDS or chlamydia or something. But like I'd watch it and I'd like, it was very interesting, but I didn't really want to do it because like every night they were getting picked up by some guy. So I just went to the bars to watch this scenario of disease and adventure hopping, and didn't really like it for my own personal needs, but like observing it was funny.
Right. So you're watching the same group of chicks going to the bars and picking up different penises.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, like different groups where I'd see like this group of 3 and they'd be there, and then the other night they'd be with another guy over there, or like groups from other groups. It was like mingle with other groups, and I'd go to the other bars and see them there. Get picked up by these guys. So it's like, I'm not doing that, but that's entertaining.
Like I'm confused. So do you not want to be put in the rotation, or are you looking for someone who is a virgin that goes to bars frequently?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to get syphilis here.
You get syphilis from any woman who doesn't go to a bar.
Come. You're being picky.
I don't know about that. I wouldn't want to go near those guys either. I was staying at least 6 feet away from that shit.
Right. Oh, that's fine. But can you not get a woman syphilis from a woman that doesn't go to a bar, that just goes to college?
I think I'll just check out the college.
Okay, fine. But do college women have syphilis?
I sure hope not.
Right. So how do you actually know that any of these women have any STDs?
You go up to her and you say, honey, do you have syphilis?
Yeah, because people disclose their STDs when you ask them. That definitely happens.
I wonder why his track record's so bad.
So, like, darling, you're hot. You want to get some Quaker Dagger? Do you have any diseases? They'd be like, no. Quaker Dagger.
So, I guess that's a bar. So, here's a fun fact about certain STDs with women. They actually, most women are asymptomatic for a lot of STDs. They'll contract it, not show symptoms, and pass it along to you, the penis wielder, and then you'll figure out that she has something for you actually being symptomatic.
So what you're saying is never sleep with women.
Ever. Just only sleep with guys. Best bet.
Yeah, I'm fine with that decision.
I think I'm just fine with sleeping with women. I got no judgment.
The point that I was making is you can get an STD from any woman, not just women at bars, but you seem to be like prejudicial against women in bars. Meanwhile, you don't sort of, bias against women in college, which I would argue women in college probably have a higher prevalence of STDs.
Well, they got to be 21 to get in there.
I would argue that women that go to college are smarter. I would argue that women that go to college are smarter than women that go to bars.
I can tell you that that's false. From personal
that's 100% false.
I can tell you that's false.
That doesn't seems kind of like generalizing to me.
I mean, that's a little.
I mean, intellectually speaking, if somebody drinks a lot, they're probably sluttier, guys included. So if they're like in school, they're probably studying less. And women at the colleges are between 18 and 19, so they're not going to bars anyway. Women that go to bars are around 21.
Wow, so all that was wrong.
It might be better to stay with the smart path and not go with the chicks that are drinking.
All right, I'm tagged, Billy. You're
Wait. So let me get this straight. You're looking for a sober lady who doesn't have syphilis, who will sleep with a hobo.
I would imagine that a chick that goes to college doesn't drink because she's 18 years old.
That's not true.
Because, hey, if she's on the honor roll, though.
It's still not true.
Yeah, like legit.
What are you talking about? If you're drinking all the
What
time,
am I
you're not on
talking
the honor
about?
roll.
I have an engineering degree. You haven't entered a fucking college yet.
I'm in a fucking college. I was in a college last year.
Okay,
if you're
DeVry
in
doesn't
college,
count.
on the honor. No, I was at a community college. Listen, if a chick is in college,
right now.
if a chick is in college and she's on the honor roll, she's probably not drinking because if
That's
you're
not
drinking,
true either.
No,
I don't like this angle, Lucas.
Drinking
It's not.
impairs your intelligence, sir.
No, it doesn't.
Drinking, yes, it does. Drinking
No, it
impairs your
hinders your
intelligence,
motor skills, not your intelligence.
which might affect your ability to use a
No.
computer or a phone.
No.
Yes.
Let's not.
The use of
I do
a
want to
pen.
get Lola in today. So.
Listen, the use of a pen or a computer is motor skills. So if they have bad motor skills, they're probably not drinking much.
That doesn't mean that they're not on the honor roll, dude. Like, it's not
If you're on
hard.
the honor roll, you're using a lot of pen strokes and keystrokes. So you're probably
Dude,
not
have
drinking.
you heard of off time? Like college isn't always doing shit. It's not.
College is always doing shit. I was up
No,
till
it's
3 a.m.
not.
several times. If you're on the honor roll,
always
you're
doing
always
shit
doing
if you suck.
You
If you're
just
on the
said
honor roll.
you were gonna have to wait till January to do any of these plans. So
But I was already on the honor roll.
Hey, Drag, you're in your master's program. How often do you have homework?
I don't have homework very often. That's not really a thing when you get to graduate level.
When you start college, you have homework every night.
That's
Not
for
really. No, if you're yeah. And if you're good at it, it only
I'd
takes you a
college
few
every
minutes. What?
It took me like 3 hours every night.
Yeah, but that's because you're
Like
a hobo.
I'd get home at 3:30 and I'd cook my daily meal, and then at 5 o'clock I would start my homework and often get done about 8, and that happened a lot. There were some nights where it was like 7 or 6. And some nights I had to do that, then I had to do another project, and I was up till like 3. where I'd go to bed and then I wake up at 6 and do a project and not go to school that day, and then go to school the next day and be done with the project a little bit beforehand. So I was getting like close to 100. I didn't have time to drink.
I'm glad we had that story. I'm not actually, but so Lola's here. She has some questions for you. But first, before she asks any of your questions, how many pizza slices is Lola worth?
As much as she wants.
If I had to choose, I think
As much as I can handle.
Lola's worth about 2 pots of gumbo without the tomato base, brew, and no opening.
Okay, let me ask
One
you these.
question.
Hold on, let me ask
One
you these last.
question for $100,000. No, I'm just playing.
Here, let me ask you these last questions that just kind of came in. Lucas, would you move to Manchester, Kentucky to get laid every day?
Yeah, if I had a one-way ticket, I don't think so. But if I had a ticket back, like I could visit first for the weekend and then come back, sure. I'm adventurous.
Also,
but I gotta have a ticket to come back.
Yeah, I said.
Then I'll make my decision when I come back.
Ask Lucas, do you know who Warren Jeff is?
No.
Then yeah. The rest of this wouldn't. Yeah. No offense in you. Let Lucas know I got a hot lead on some. I'm not. Never mind. God damn it. Crap,
what?
Yeah. Nope. Now
Read it, or we don't get paid.
No, dude.
You read it then.
No, tell me to read it.
What is it? It's not coming up on my screen because I just now opened up our chat.
Hold on. I put it in the private chat. Also, Gen Z, why would you make a good father, Lucas? How would you support a family?
Well, I would get a job. I would get a job while I'm going to school. While I'm getting to school, I'm getting money. I'm also getting a disability right now. So I would try to double my income by getting a job. Any job. Like even McDonald's would double my income plus $250 more.
What's double zero?
It's zero. So let Lucas know I've got a hot lead on some Vietnamese ladyboy diplomats if he is interested.
Yeah, okay.
That's what the super chat says.
There was a few sandwiches at least.
Also, do you like turtles? Sorry, it was a question.
I like turtles, kid.
No,
I like turtles.
Like your opinion on turtles, like do you just step on them like I do, or do you hug them like Frank?
God damn it, Billy.
Only if they're Galapagos turtles and I can ride them.
Those are my favorite ones to step on because they're endangered.
All right, so someone says there was a $9. He can't go to the bar because he's banned from most bars in Spook Game because he posted on Facebook that he was filming girls at the bar. Oh god, and jerked off to the videos and was reported to bars by a girl.
What the fuck?
Which isn't true because I've been to a couple bars since then. It was just one other bar.
Wait, so you?
Wait, that happened?
So the part that's not true is that you haven't.
No, I've gone to other bars. I've gone to other bars since.
So that's the untrue part, that you haven't been to a bar since.
Well,
How the fuck are you not on a no-fly list?
So look who the fuck's talking. Billy over here turning into Super Mario, jumping off of fucking turtles.
I know, right? I should be on a no-fly list, but he should be on it right next to me.
All right, we're gonna get to Lola in a second. I'm trying to get to these. If you don't have a pot to piss in, how do you expect to get a woman? That's good.
I love piss pots.
Probably getting an apartment.
Step 1, obtain piss pot.
That's not a good step. Step 1, obtain job. Frank.
That's how you get the piss
Obtain
pot.
job, obtain an apartment.
By the way, Brandon, it was me changing the banners.
What? No.
No.
The point is that if you've not shown the initiative now, then what's going to happen for women that it'll happen less time for you?
Okay, there we go. So, thank you, Annabelle. He's fascinating. I want to feel sorry for him, like you do when the weirdo who hangs around the perimeter of your friendship group. Problem is, he's so hilariously arrogant, it makes him unlikable. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's if what people can be, they can have maladaptive traits, right? They can have some issues. Someone mentioned Asperger's, and I've been around several people who have that issue in real life and online. And it's a struggle sometimes, but the issue is that Wern wants people to sort of believe that he understands these concepts when he clearly does not. And his life is sort of a testament to that, but he's unwilling to actually acknowledge that for whatever reason. So I guess that's what keeps him going. I don't know. But yeah, in the face of facts, Wern will just simply prefer his own fictions. And even in the case of his favorite, pet topic about aging, even being in the face of someone who literally is doing their master's thesis in the very topic, he's I guess trying to educate me, and I just it's hard for me to hold back for that because I get a little annoyed that I put in actual effort and work in this topic, and that he thinks that he can just sort of whip this out as a talking point to wrangle women and just completely misrepresent the science. So, but yeah, no, I think there is something that's definitely wrong with him, but it does not absolve him from some of the creepy shit that he's done, that he's been told about too.
Because I have to go to the place at like 8:30 in the morning in order to sign up to get on that list. And one of the apartments that's available right now, I heard, is $600. And I talked to the lady. I just haven't talked to her in a while because I have to go in if I'm really serious about it. But apparently there's a bunch of these apartments.
Wait, so you have to wake up at 8:30 and show an initiative like an adult? What?
That is absolutely
That's strange.
unreasonable.
That's unreasonable.
So,
That's classism right there. Like, seriously.
Yeah, will they accept like?
Well, it's something that I was thinking about doing now.
Wait, will they just accept random food from strangers for rent?
The top 3 people are the geek room. I am not the geek room.
Okay.
I have to make a reminder, evidently. I'm just a fucking guest.
All right, so got one more. I'm gonna read this one. Then we're gonna get to Lola. This is from Clickatat. Stop eating JFC. Also, I have the video of you saying you falsely reported your neighbors for dealing herring if they didn't give you a chick.
I don't know if that guy's talking about.
I've actually seen the video.
That's the guy who sent.
I've actually
That's the
seen
guy that
that
sent me to
video
Los
where
Angeles.
you said you were okay. I've actually seen the video.
That's the guy that, dude. That's the guy that sent me to Los Angeles and then stranded me there.
I don't care. Because I'm trying to talk to you about what this is. I've actually seen a video come out your own mouth.
Right?
All right, you know
Yeah,
what?
I guess so, but
it was just a trail of food to LA.
Anyway, all right. What we're gonna do? We're gonna hand this over to Lola. We're gonna come back to that one. I'm not letting you go on that one, but we're gonna get to Lola. So.
Okay.
Hi. I'm
Hi,
back.
Lola.
Hello. So I did get a clarification because I wasn't sure who you were angry at particularly. That you expressed some passion on one of your many videos, and I was wondering if that happened to be me, and I figured out that it wasn't. So I didn't remember saying that I looked 18. I definitely don't, but I do get carded for alcohol.
No, you
sometimes.
didn't. No, it's that other egotistical.
Yeah. So this egotistical one was okay. Got it. All right.
Right. I didn't like her.
Okay. So
She was weird. She's like, I'm 31, but I could pass as an 18-year-old. I'm looking at her like, oh, sweetheart, no.
All right.
How delusional. Yeah. They're terrible. So
also didn't
here's
say
what. Here's what I am interested in, because it seems like, and this is what I do with a lot of people because I have a weird way of communicating. Okay. Sometimes we use words and people aren't on the same page with what they mean, so it ends up kind of being an issue and conflicting things. And I want to understand what you're talking about, because as I listen to you, it doesn't align with what I see. So, first question. When you say socialism, what do you mean?
Well, socialist policies would be things where the government's in charge. Like the way it works now is like you give money to corporations and then they figure out problems. But a socialist system would be the government would figure out the problems with that money and start a government program to solve those problems. Like NASA, the public works program, stuff like that, postal service.
Okay.
Those are all socialist ideas.
Okay.
Fire department, police, roads, government operated.
Okay. So you're saying that that's more something that you seem in favor of that. You're wanting that more, a lot of government oversight, them kind of setting what it should be, that sort of thing. And then in a more, are you meaning it more economically or more as a system?
Like more as a system that hired more people, like government jobs solving problems, and it would create jobs.
Okay, so basically everyone would be able to have a certain expected wage for a particular thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody would, if you were qualified to do that job, you would have some sort of wage.
Okay.
If the government had more programs and more programs that worked, then there would be more jobs. Like putting people on Mars would be what NASA's working on.
Okay. So capitalism, bad. You don't like it. When you say that, is that what you're meaning? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I don't really like capitalism. I think that the government should just do all this stuff and like give you, as a person, the ability to change those things, like by consulting experts and things. And like if we had a system that was a direct democracy, we could be like, should we go to Mars? Okay, let's go to Mars. How much is that going to cost? $5 trillion for this big ass project. Okay, so we're going to do this big ass project. The people decide that. Yeah, do we have the people? Do we have the resources and the scientists to do that? Well, yeah, let's do that. Okay, then the people decide, then the money goes to the scientists and they figure it out. Scientists come back and they're like, we're going to put a small city on Mars, but we need $1 trillion more. And the people will decide that. So we would put a city on Mars.
Okay, you're kind of literally going off into space on that topic, but all right. So
absolutely, that's where we
well, let's bring it back to Earth, please. So I bring this up because I'm somebody that is freelance. There are a few people that think that means that I don't actually have a job or a boss or whatever, but it's because I get to decide what I do and things about that.
Right.
Yeah, I get to decide.
I do that as well.
Yeah. You put up a video where you're very proudly, because you seemed very proud of your work, being able to be paid a certain amount for appearing on a podcast and being able to determine what that amount was.
Right.
Right. You know what that is, right?
It's business.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't make me a capitalist. A capitalist is a millionaire or a billionaire.
No.
I'm just a wage slave.
I am a capitalist and I'm not a millionaire.
Well, I'm a socialist and I'd like to have a better station in life, so I have to get in line with the capitalist system, even though myself, I'm not a capitalist. It's called having a job.
Right, which you don't. So you set your own wage and ask for a certain amount, and that's a free market.
I suppose
which is namely associated with capitalism. But you're saying that you're a part of a system that gets to decide what that amount should be. So
listen, Michael Moore makes films about things he makes the films about, and he has to sit into the capitalist system. He's a socialist.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of like that. Like I'll talk about socialism.
Okay. That still doesn't really correlate. Let's move on to the next question. How about that? Have you ever been out of the United States?
Yes.
Where?
Mexico, Canada.
Okay, that kind of counts, I guess. I'm just wondering if you've ever been to a place that practices socialism.
No.
No.
I mean, Canada has democratic socialism.
Mm. Or like understand what socialism and communism kind of looked like when they were implementing those particular kind of systems.
Well, I think we need a better education system because people seemingly cannot determine the difference between socialism and communism.
I mean, you're definitely a good example of us needing a better education system. I absolutely agree with that one. But I also think that it needs to, here's something to consider. You put yourself out there as being able to do voice acting work, right?
Right.
And you want to be hired for that. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you that I found those videos hilarious, but not for the right reason.
Maybe not. Maybe you did. Because I got all this today.
Unintentional.
Listen,
that's very good.
I got a burger and wings for doing. I have to do 2 ads for this guy, and I'm also getting, 2 Slurpees and 2 sodas for some reason. So I'm going to do 2 ads for these guys, and it just kind of shows me that if I could do that,
right.
I guess so. And then maybe if he wants another one, I'll do it for Cash App.
Okay. Do you think that that's actually going to support you, or you have any sort of longevity in that?
That's like the second job I've had in 2 days outside of the podcast.
That still doesn't answer my question entirely, but
we'll see. I mean, I have 2 people that have hired me this week, and I've basically earned $110 for the first podcast I did with the Geek Room. And then, but I'm working on kind of a barter system right now, and people have said that they would be willing to pay me through Cash App.
You know that's capitalism, right?
I realize that, but it doesn't make me a capitalist.
But you reap the benefits.
But there are people that work at McDonald's that are socialists. There are people that work.
They might prefer it, but they're partaking in it. They could just move to Venezuela.
Capitalism forces you to work within the capitalist system. It's the United States, sweetheart. You have to work in the capitalist system.
I get it, Muffin. Yeah, but the thing is, I also am somebody that enriches myself, gives myself the skill set in order to make me valuable so that I can get paid in ways other than sandwiches. Like my vagina might be worth a lot of muffaladas, but I can get paid in things aside from sandwiches. So there's not really any longevity there. But you have to show determination. Otherwise, you're not going to continue being hired.
I got you, soul sister.
Yeah, how many sandwiches do you pay for that couch?
I just found that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
not a single sandwich.
Not a single sandwich.
Well, I mean,
do you know what classified ads are?
Why would I need to do a classified ad if I've done 2 things that have showed that I could probably get $100 if I ask for money instead of food?
Because that's probably the more effective way of being able to look for places that are already hiring.
I've tried that. I just downloaded Cameo, and people said that I could do work on Cameo because I've gotten a couple gigs just doing it through Instagram.
You should try OnlyFans. This is up and coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like that. That's like they were saying that months ago, and we're beyond that now.
So here's what's getting to, and trust me, I find the videos that you put together incredibly funny, but you're not intending to be. It's because what are you talking portraying,
about? I'm a stand-up comedian. I'm a stand-up comedian on YouTube and Instagram.
Let her finish real quick.
You're not
That's
acting.
not what a comedian
You're presenting your. Okay, you're
A
presenting
comedian does
yourself.
things to get laughs, and I'm doing things to get laughs.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
laughing.
I'm a comedian. It doesn't matter.
Lucas, let her finish real quick,
Yeah,
please.
that's part of, okay. So you realize whenever you talk over people, whenever you don't hear people and hear what they have to say, you admit that you basically have nothing to learn from them and that there's nothing that you have to gain. You're cutting yourself so
So which
short
is
when you
what
do
you're
that.
going to do next?
I don't
Which is
interrupt
what
you.
you're going to do next, presumably.
Lucas,
Well,
hold on. Let
I'm a
her.
comedian. I'm getting laughs. That's the point. You're belittling that because you're a hater.
No, if you let her finish,
And it
she'll
doesn't matter.
prob-
I'm a comedian getting laughs, and because of that, they're paying me in food. And I'm thinking, well, if I do ads for money, I would get money, but I'm doing it for food right now just to see if I can get food out of them. And it seems to work. And they're always like, get Cameo. So I got Cameo today, and I might start doing it for money or food.
Okay,
Like,
so
let them decide. You know what I
okay,
mean?
you finished. Now let Lola finish.
Okay.
Okay.
So, I just kind of proved my point.
Like,
That basically,
if I
whenever
get
you,
another thing to do tomorrow, I might get food because I don't have any food, or I might get
Lucas. Okay, remember what I told y'all at the beginning. You notice that when Frank or me steps in, he doesn't really talk over it. But the second Lola says something, he has to cut her off. Yeah, there we go.
And like, I would do a Cash App after that.
This wasn't worth a pizza.
And just keep it in my Cash App.
Not even a Little Caesars one.
Lucas, legit.
You're down.
You remember when you was
But
talking to me, Lucas?
I'm just doing anything I can to make a little money.
Lucas.
So, I mean, I participate in a capitalist system that
For love of fucking Christ.
If I just
Can we
get more
that pizza back.
Jesus. If I just
Yeah.
do one more cameo, I can afford a whole Little Caesar pizza.
Lucas, before I
Hot
add you back
and
in,
ready.
Lucas, just listen to me for 1 second. You talked about people showing you respect. Lola was talking. Show her respect. In order to get respect, you gotta show respect. All right. You keep talking over people.
Okay.
all right, cool.
Yeah.
So-
Well,
This is why you're so stunted. Here's something that you can learn. And if you listen to me and if you listen to other people, this is why you don't learn. It's because you shut off everything around you. I have listened to a lot of very interesting people and some that are outright stupid. But the thing is, even those stupid people are showing me examples of things that I can learn from, even if they don't. That's what happens whenever we have open minds, we're receptive, and we're motivated. Because here's the thing. I do a little bit of voice work myself, been working on it for a few years and everything. And I can get paid in something besides sandwiches because I have a setup for it, because I have equipment for it, and because I have the dedication to improve myself by listening to those who are successful. You don't, which is why you'll continue to be paid with sandwiches, which kind of makes you sound like relating that to the whole, how much is she worth for a sandwich? You basically sound like a hooker.
It's pretty cheap.
Now, what'd you learn?
Don't repeat a line. Don't repeat a line. Don't repeat.
really interested in millennials. I'm interested in something else specialer, like 18-year-old blonde chicks that flash up game signals at colleges that don't drink because they're 18. That's kind of what I'm interested in, like hot young chicks that don't drink and are responsible and getting on the honor roll and are intelligent.
He listen to a single word now.
That are pursuing their education and new in life and are curious and adventurous.
Hey, buddy, what the
Because
fuck
they're
are you
18 and
talking
they're
about?
smart.
It was the worst of times. It was the best of times. Like,
Those
Lucas,
grapes
did you
were
hear
really wrathful.
Did you hear anything that you said?
Lucas,
Nope.
answer the question. Did you hear anything? Do
No.
you have the earbuds in your ear at this point?
I saw some of that nervous laughter we were
I
talking
do.
about earlier.
Then what? Like, did you hear her explain any of that at all?
I just do my thing.
No,
No.
she
No,
talked to
you
her.
didn't. No, you didn't.
She talked to
God.
him like his mom used to talk to him, so he shut down.
Hello,
I mean,
Lucas.
everybody has to have a job.
Hello, Lucas.
It's just
Well,
what I
if you want a society that has systems set up in order to help other people, you need to be able to contribute to that if that's what you so want. And so far, you're not doing that. And as far as I know from asking you and that having been on the last show, is that for 20 years you haven't contributed to that either.
Well, that's then. This is
Yeah, that's
now.
how a socialist society would have to work, Lucas. You would actually need to contribute to it for it to actually work, darling. Now, hello, I'm the one who bought you the pizza.
A socialist system.
A socialist
have
system would
jobs.
not have free labor. It just wouldn't have free labor. That's not how it works. All right, you'd actually be living in a very high tax society. All right, I know this. I live in the UK. We have quite a few socialist systems. We have things like the NHS, for example. But hi, Lucas.
I know a lot of people work for the government.
It's
and
pizza
make
boy.
money.
Hey, Lucas,
Lucas, darling. I'm the man who got you here in the first place. I don't appreciate the rudeness, sir.
I
I just put up the stream.
So
Yeah, I'm the one.
And
who
I'm
got
the
you
one that
pizza.
helped with the
I
food
appreciate it
from
that
the
you
other
listened to
night.
me. Thank
yeah,
you.
and Lola, yeah.
Right?
My dirty capitalist dollars.
I don't appreciate you coming onto the stream, which I obviously, I'm the purchaser of you to come on, and being rude and saying that you're a comedian and that you're dismissing various points because you are a comedian when you're not, Lucas. That's not the crack here. You're just outright dismissing various arguments and points with just whataboutery or
People
it's
write
just a
me all the
joke,
time
bruh.
and tell me
It's
that
just
I'm
a joke, bruh. Sorry, Lucas, you got to speak up.
People
to
write
I
me
can
and
barely
tell me
hear
that
you.
I'm
So
I'm sure it's
as a
unrelated.
quick comparison, just real quick, Lucas. You keep commenting that people think that you're funny and that you're a comedian. If you had to guess how much I earn a month from being funny, what would you guess it is?
What's that?
You keep talking about how much you're a comedian, how much you make. How much do you think that I make every month by being a comedian on YouTube?
No idea.
Okay, far more than you. I can tell you, far more. Enough to
Well,
pay.
hey,
Nice pussy.
Like that's
You deserve that because you've been working hard.
Here's the thing.
Longer.
If we're going to talk about it, we need to be able to show something for it. But it's not a way to dismiss people's constructive criticism. And I think that that's a weird flex.
I mean, this guy, he wants me to do these 2 insult videos for him because his chick stole his girlfriend on a video game. So he bought me a bunch of clinker diggers. So that's a job.
Right. So that
And
is
he did it because he said that I'm funny.
Great, cool. My mother says I'm funny too. So that's a non sequitur, right? I think the issue here is that it's a deflect off of actual criticism.
What?
All right,
Let me
I'll
tell
just
you.
go ahead and make a point then. So as I said before, I taught myself how to do stuff within IT. I, dropped out of college because it was kind of pointless for me. I didn't like it, blah, blah, blah. And part of what has gotten where I've seen the results of success has been because I've been willing to listen to people who are more successful than me. And I learn about what they do and I learn about what gets me there. So if you're unwilling to listen, you're not going to go anywhere. My point is you're where you are right now because you do things like continually interrupt people that could teach you something.
I'm where I am right now because people think I'm funny.
There's a difference between.
I wouldn't be proud of that.
Ha funny, or they're laughing at you, kind of funny. Like most people are laughing at you.
Oh, actually, that's a good point. Hold on for
Well,
a
they
second.
shouldn't because I just got a whole bunch. I just got $80 worth of food to do these 2 videos for a guy.
Drag, tell
So
him
that's
about the
$40
lobster
a video.
bisque. You can connect there.
I'm trying my best. I'm really trying not
You
to.
have a lobster bisque.
Yeah, I've gotten paid
I had
in
a
lobster.
cheeseburger.
Lucas, I've probably gotten paid in lobster bisque more in 1 month than you have in a year. But that's not the point.
Probably.
Lucas, how
It's not a competition.
Yeah, it's not, but you can flexing, and I have the issue, Lucas. How can you tell first of all, whether people are laughing at you or with you?
It doesn't matter to me, Chief. They pay me to do ads for them.
That's not okay. I get it. That's not the question that I asked. If you were any other person, no, Lucas. If you were any other person, right? How does one laughing at them versus with them?
Well, if they're hiring me to call out their friends for being bastards to them or their enemies for being dickheads or whatever, then these are the audience.
Okay, so how do you know whether those people are going to be laughing at you versus at you?
I presume that they're laughing with me because they just bought me a bunch of food, like $80 worth of food, and he's doing this because I'm a good insult comic,
So
and he hired me.
So what you're saying is that you presume that if they buy something and we commission you, then they won't laugh at you?
Not if they pay me a bunch of clinker later.
Okay, so if
because there's like it's like $80 worth of food for a cheeseburger and some wings.
I can pay for $150 for my entire family. Lucas, I can pay for $150 for my family to go to a circus and laugh at the clowns there.
Right, the clowns make money.
Stop me from laughing at it.
Clowning is a job. I kind of clown on people as a job.
What you do, what you just said is a job, is it not?
What I did, what is a job? But what I did is $80 to do this job, basically. This is going to take me a total of maybe 3 minutes to do.
And so how does that preclude
So
people
for 3 minutes work, I earned $80 to clown on
fine.
something.
That's awesome. So how does that preclude people from laughing at you? Take your time.
Well, what does it matter to me? I don't pay attention to
That's not the
naysayers. I
question
pay
that I asked. That is not the question
Doesn't
that I
matter
asked
to
you.
me.
That is not the
It
question.
doesn't matter to me.
That
I'm
is not the
agnostic in
question
that
that I asked
area.
you. You're
Doesn't matter to
done.
me.
Yet again. That
Some
is not
people
the
are laughing
question
at me,
that I
some
asked
people
you.
are laughing with me, but the people that are paying me are laughing with me.
The fact that you know they're not, you don't know that. And the reason I asked you that because you don't actually have a way to determine whether or not, and you presume that they're not laughing at you.
If they're paying money for me to do clowning on videos of somebody, they're probably laughing with me.
No, they're not. I just gave you an example that I
Yeah, they
paid
are.
circus to laugh at people.
You go to a circus to laugh at what they're saying or doing, just like a comedian does. Which is
It doesn't matter.
Well, in the South, it's definitely
They're
laughing
laughing.
at people. Trust me.
Well, if I'm going to a comedy show, people are laughing with the jokes that I'm saying and the stories and things and the bits. So
Wait,
that's
tell
kind
me
of
a
what
joke.
the people are doing. But
Oh, that's a
comedians
fun,
don't really tell jokes.
that's a funny thing. You mentioned that. So hold on for a second. If you say if, this is interesting. This is interesting. If you say that you're going to a comedy show to laugh with someone at the jokes, what if they offer some self-deprecating humor where they're the butt of their own joke? Who are you laughing at then?
I suppose you're laughing at them and with them.
Thank you. You're laughing. No, you're laughing at them. If it's
You're
self-deprecating,
laughing with
by
them.
definition, Lucas, by definition, self-deprecating is taking a jab at yourself. You'd be laughing
But
at
I'm not doing self-deprecating humor.
It
They're
doesn't
not
matter.
hiring me for that.
I
They're
know that. It
hiring me
doesn't
to
matter.
do that.
You gave the example of someone going to a comedy show and laughing with the comedian, and I gave you a specific example of how that doesn't always happen, specifically for self-deprecating humor. Every single time you draw up these scenarios, I give you the exception and you dodge it again because you don't actually have a metric for determining whether or not someone's laughing at you or with you.
Okay, see the wheels turning.
Every single example, circus, comedian, bring up another one, and I'll give you another example.
It's skidding.
Go ahead, give me another one. I will knock it out the park. I got all night.
Look at his face.
Very smug look you have there, Lucas.
Yeah, rightfully so.
When you're 40 years old and you're hanging out with 30-year-olds, a lot of stuff is just unimpressive. Because it's stuff that, you know, okay, it's like
You're a
nephew
hobo.
telling you're just not that entertaining.
Lucas,
you kind of are now, but
imagine, my man. Lucas,
okay, well,
you
I'm
can
not
try that.
laughing.
That's fine. I've been through way more stuff in life than you have, man.
Are you
Don't try
laughing
that.
because you're frustrated?
I didn't think it was a competition. But you probably have faced more racism than I have.
No, I faced natural disasters, I faced racism, and I faced far more intellectually and physically than you ever will.
Three of the people in here are former service members.
Oh, maybe that's the problem. See, we're not all really from the military here. I'm from military cuts.
So
You've
that
also
doesn't,
got a
that doesn't
person.
make on this fucking the person serving in those positions, dumbass.
You've also got a person in here that is the survivor of a system that operated on communist and socialist values. where I had no
So,
civil rights.
yeah, basically where the Republicans were blocking.
No, it had
everything.
nothing to do with politics.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
No, it
did.
didn't.
had
You
to
don't
do-
know what I'm
had to
talking
do with
about.
Talking about the conservatives blocking
No, you
the
don't.
women.
Dude,
You sound like
No,
a-
you don't.
you that it's not it, and you're being disrespectful and trying to say it's this when it's not.
It's not the communists blockading your rights as a woman, it's Republicans.
It has nothing to do with me being a woman.
That is something that you do. I
There
would
were
say.
tactics used on me for 3 years, and I had no civil rights that were taken from Chinese communists during the Korean War.
I don't believe you.
There it is. Nailed it.
Oh my god.
Raise your hand if you're surprised.
It's the actual.
No
What were
one?
they attacking
Okay.
now? Where were they attacking now? It seems kind of paranoid to me. Where were they attacking?
She doesn't have to explain
I don't have
Fuck
to
shit to
necessarily
you.
tell you that.
Why?
at all. She does not have
You
to
don't know
explain
what the hell you're
shit to
talking
you.
about. You've been fed a bunch of lies.
Dude, you're
No,
the guy who's
this-
wondering where women are at on the planet Earth.
And how many sandwiches you have to
This is
acquire
where
to obtain
capitalists.
one.
This is where capitalist women are. It seems like they just have a bunch of Stockholm syndrome. I feel sorry for her. Most women I know tend to be left of
You
the
feel
capitalists.
sorry for me? You feel sorry for me. I'm the one who's doing voice acting and not getting paid with fucking sandwiches for it. I'm the one that's sitting here with a mic that I'm about to drop on you. I'm the one that's sitting here that is way more fucking funny than you are. And that people aren't laughing at me. It's because I've fucking done something with myself over the past 20 years. You're still trying to figure out what the fucking party is.
What do you
Because
sound
I'm
like
wondering,
that?
if you go to school, are you just going to talk the whole time whenever the teacher's talking? Because I guarantee you that's a waste of fucking money.
He's not gonna
No.
go to school.
I
I
do
don't
go to
think I've
school.
ever been this erect
teachers
in
that
my
I have
life.
more interest in.
Hey,
You
look,
just got that
Also, I
interest in-
used
you're
to
somebody that's
monetize this anger and get paid $9 a minute for that shit.
for talking about how capitalists have screwed you as a woman.
We're talking
or
about
communist?
whatever some rich fuckhead who is usually a some kind of I don't know guy you're espousing with empty platitudes you don't understand. They come to me
A minute
because
ago.
they can't handle that shit, and I got paid $9 a minute to insult the fuck out of them and also tell them to stick things up their ass.
Well, a minute
Hashtag
ago, you were talking about
capitalism.
how the communists. You were talking about how the communists ruin your life, and now you're talking about how the capitalists ruin your
Yeah,
life.
I can experience two different things in my life.
Huh?
No.
It's like being angry and happy at the same time.
Lucas, you do have this bizarre thing of like placing most of life's problems down to Trump pansies, Republicans, you know, capitalism, communism, when a lot of those things had the square root of fuck all to do with those things.
I usually blame capitalism for everything.
Actually, I know who to blame.
That's what he's saying.
Your parents. 100%. I
Yeah.
guarantee it's your goddamn mom. I like how
You do
like
heroin.
are you still connected to her tit? Like what's going on here?
No,
Yeah,
they,
why,
I mean,
why did you need
I mean,
the
they hooked
pizza
me up.
if you're still on the tit? What the fuck, bro?
Hey, Lucas, you want to
Yeah,
listen
yeah.
to this real quick?
It's
where
your
you was
parents.
trying to blackmail
I can
people
answer the
to,
question
and to
if you
get
shut
a
up.
woman? Hey, did you hear me? Did you hear me?
They hooked me up with a motel room for my birthday and for Christmas.
For your
Because they had to
birthday,
be-
your grown ass parents who are probably like 80 now had to hook up
No.
their 40-year-old adult son with a hotel room, not to stay with them or in the same city as them, but so he gets out of the goddamn cold for his birthday and Christmas.
Yeah.
You don't see a problem with that at all. I said those words in succession, and you're like, yep, that's life.
Well, that's why I'm doing ads now to.
No. You don't get to use that now. You just started that.
How many sandwiches does it take to buy a house?
Well, you could build a house out
Well,
of
that's what I'm
sandwiches.
saying. If you actually listen to what I said that since I'm doing so well for getting Grubhub
You're
to
not
do
doing
these,
well when you get paid in fucking sandwiches, dude. That is not doing well. That's just getting by.
And 2 to 3
Well, that's
days
what
does
I'm
not count.
2 to 3 days teaches me that I can do it through Cash App.
Hey, I
too.
got a
Like,
question. Before this podcast, you didn't answer my question on Instagram. Before this podcast, and you were doing the podcast on the Golden Mike.
Yeah.
When is the last time you got paid to do any fucking thing?
A long time ago. I mean, I got paid in sandwiches. Ooh, big
Tell
deal.
me
but
when. Tell me the instance and what they paid you for.
I would have bought them. I
Tell
would
me
have spent the
what
money
they
on
paid
sandwiches
you
anyway.
for. Tell me what they paid you for.
What? Say what?
I asked you. Tell me what they paid you for.
Essentially
nothing, because you haven't done anything since then. You have not been on a podcast. I would have known about it. People would have told me. You hadn't done nothing. You've been starving and living under a bridge since then. You've been getting thrown out of homeless shelter for this little stunt, for trying to blackmail people into getting you a girl.
It's called a barter system.
So you're
and
trying to
what this
barter
guy
for women
did-
now, aren't you?
No,
Because that's what I was just started talking about.
These are two separate things that you're
You
melding
didn't do
together.
anything.
Yeah, I do a barter system with my wings too. I do this thing. I go like this, and then I hand them $20, and then they hand me wings.
So here's the thing. He hooked me up with some wings and a burger and some fried brie.
Not talking about now, dipshit. I'm talking about between the Golden Mike podcast and now. What have you gotten?
I got what I explained. I got
You haven't.
two
You're
burritos.
dancing around the question, dipshit. What have you gotten?
I like
About-
nothing. You have
about
got
$120
nothing
worth of
because
food.
no
No,
one
not
cares
nothing.
about you. We're
It's the
doing
battle
this
of the Franks.
to fucking
It's
entertain
about
entertain
$120
people.
worth
We're
of
doing this
food
to
to
hold your
do
feet to the fire.
Re-ads.
You haven't gotten any fucking thing, and that's sad.
I got
You've been
$120
living
worth of
under a
food.
fucking
It's not sad.
bridge.
It's one of the best restaurants in
You're at
Spokane.
a bus depot right now.
It's not sad.
Right.
I'm eating from a nice restaurant, and I'm a homeless person.
Yeah, where do you go after you leave the
Last
restaurant?
week,
This
I
is
was
sad.
getting food off a food card, and now I'm getting food from people delivered to me on Grubhub to do
Again,
call-out videos. Over,
Genius.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Genius. Think about what I'm saying from the Golden Mike podcast until now. I'm not talking about what you got now, what you got last week, which I'm actually going to get to that because I'm kind of a little pissed off that you fucking wigged out on me about a goddamn pizza, but then you got Wagyu beef when Alex paid for your goddamn pizza.
You're welcome.
I know. Thank you. And what I'm saying
No,
is
that's
like,
showing you're unappreciative as fuck.
Two Franks enter, one Frank leaves.
I'm trying to answer your question.
No,
because
you're
you
not.
gave me
You're
a
dancing
feedback
around
on your
each
podcast.
question we have been thrown at you all goddamn night.
I don't know what your question is. You're not asking
I
questions. You're
asked
just like,
you. Here's the question again, genius. I asked
And I
you, what
answered-
have you
and I
fucking done
answered-
since the Golden Mike podcast until now? Answer that question.
recorded ads.
Where's
Between
the ads
USB
at?
and now? Between
Yes.
USB and now
Yes,
and the
there
doing
you go.
podcast?
Yes, there you go. You're finally fucking getting it.
I was on the podcast before,
No.
and because of that, no, I did an ad for a comic book store, and he paid me in
That
Grubhub.
was now. Again,
No, that was-
genius.
Thank you.
When you was on the Golden Mike podcast, if I'm saying your podcast wrong, I do apologize. From
It's called
in
the
July when
Golden
you did that
Seed.
podcast to our podcast,
Right.
what'd you do?
Nothing.
Thank you. And guess what? After this podcast, you're going to be doing nothing.
No, I'm going to be doing
Enjoy.
ads. And,
And I hope you saved some of that fucking pizza. I hope you did. Because after this, no one's going to be doing shit for you. Because you know what? Because they're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you because you're a goddamn joke.
Under the bridge
No.
downtown.
You're going to be lit. You're at a bus depot right now. You can't even get a Motel 6.
I think
I could if I wanted to.
Go get the Motel 6 then. Go get it.
I don't.
Go
I
get
did
the Motel
this
6 if
thing.
you
I
can
got
do
to
it if you
do
want
this.
to. Go get the Motel 6.
Oh, give them some hot wings and a couple of sandwiches, and maybe they'll let you stay.
I'm probably gonna try to find a way to hook up the cash app so that I can get $50 for doing this. Like they're paying me $30 in food, so they're like,
You
should
can't
do it
get
for
in
cash app
far in
videos."
life with getting paid in food, dipshit.
Stop saying dollars.
Yeah.
Sandwiches,
You're
please.
getting paid in sandwiches. You're getting paid to just get by. Guess what?
I
Everybody
don't know
on
if
this
this is getting
podcast
by. I
is
mean,
going to
this
be
is like one of the
sleeping
best
in a bed,
burgers
a
I've ever
nice
had.
warm bed. Your troll ass is going to be on the goddamn bridge.
That's a good time. I recommend the bridge.
No,
For him, only for him.
Making money for Cameo.
You're not gonna make
You're
any
not
money
gonna
on
get
Cameo.
shit. Nobody knows
No, I'm
who
gonna
the
make money
fuck you
on Cameo.
are outside
You're
of
not.
this. What we're doing now. Nobody knows who the fuck you
Watch
are.
me.
Yeah, turn up.
Yeah, everything in his life is about to turn
You can
around.
say that, but
today.
it's not true.
Today's
I'm
the
on a
day.
That's
podcast
100%
right
true.
now.
It's 100% true.
You're gonna be homeless today. You're gonna be homeless tomorrow. You're gonna be homeless a week from now. You're gonna be homeless from a month from now, or whatever email account that's going on.
Unless
As
you
long
buckle. Go ahead.
as long as you continue to never listen to people, to not realize that, oh, maybe I should figure out what this successful person is doing, motivate myself to do better, and then perhaps I can get something steady going on. Maybe if I would have gotten to be able to get to the question, I would have asked you about, oh, do you have a resume, or CV or whatever? Do you realize that putting one together would be able to, show your skill set a little bit better, instead of making ridiculous videos showing that you have no equipment?
I know
That's
what a
gonna
successful
last.
I know what a successful person is doing. I know what I'm doing, and I'm getting more.
You're not successful.
A successful person doesn't
You don't
ask
count.
for a
You're
job
Successful
on
than I was last week.
Not even close.
Hold
I
on.
am more successful than I was last week.
Lucas, a successful
Metric. You fucking halfwit.
Lucas, a successful person
Halfway. I
does
think
not
I might
ask.
fool with it. Just is not getting enough work.
No, you're an idiot.
Hold on, Lucas. A successful person does not ask for a job on YouTube. A successful person gets his goddamn ass out of the fucking Motel 6, should probably takes a bath, stops licking deodorant, and go get a goddamn job.
And he gave me a Sprite, and he gave me a Slurpee,
Again, dipshit, I could care less. That shit will be fucking
and he gave
flat
me
and
wings,
gone
and I just ate a
tomorrow.
burger. So,
Did you
like,
have a stroke?
No,
I
if I
think
had,
I
if I
did.
get fed, if
I
I
think you
get
got
fed
me
for the day,
toast too, because I smell it.
if anybody wants to do an ad from me after this point,
No, don't
No.
buy ads from him.
Don't
It's
buy
not
ads
gonna
from
help.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'm
might.
sorry. I'm sorry, Wilson. With $2
$80 worth of
here,
food
I had to go for this one.
to
Apparently,
advertisement.
Lucas's cameo
So-
costs 1 sandwich. If anyone's interested.
I just did. He
Don't
paid
get it
me
from Subway
$40.
either, you fucks.
He
Cheap
did.
piece
He
of shit.
paid me
I want
$40
Firehouse,
in
motherfucker.
food. He paid me $40 in food to do what amounts to about 2 minutes of recording a video. So
Oh,
for
then
2
he
minutes,
got ripped the fuck off.
Lucas.
no, he didn't, because this
Yes,
is
he
like
did.
the second person to do this. And there was
Lucas.
another guy that was going to send me $20 worth of ice cream. So I started
So
saying,
you
like,
mean
well,
someone
what
else got ripped off?
You know what?
What kind of
Here's-
asshole
No,
sends a homeless person ice cream in winter?
Here's the thing. Yes,
I
this
just
is the
don't
thing,
like it.
Lucas.
I know
Lucas.
places
No,
don't do
hold
that.
Just
on.
bury it in the snow and come
I was
back
at the
for it
motel.
later.
I'm still in your joke, Tatted.
They're paying me $40.
Yo,
in
listen,
food.
listen.
$40.
The fact
You
that I
listen.
do have to.
No,
No,
hold on. Listen.
shut the fuck up. This is my goddamn show. Listen, the fact that
I
you
like
are
this,
getting
Frank.
paid in sandwiches in ice cream means you're not successful, because people don't even think
He
you're
doesn't know
worth
he's muted.
fucking money. That's what's bad.
Yeah, he's just still going on
Oh, I
one.
know.
Yeah, he's
gonna
just
see how- I'm
shouting.
gonna see how long he
and
goes.
talking and talking. Lucas, you're muted, you fucking idiot. If you shut up and actually opened your fucking ears, right, maybe we wouldn't have an issue.
Did you actually hear
He
me?
paid me.
Lucas,
Did
He
you
paid
actually
me
hear me?
gourmet food. He paid me $40 in food.
Is
to
that
do
your
1
metric for
minute of
success,
work.
Lucas? Is
It
that,
is
is
a
that what you're going
metric
to
for
just survive
success.
on and hand out some
If I
food for the rest of your
start charging
life?
50, if I
You know,
start
we have
charging
places like that in the
$50,
UK, we call them food
I
banks,
can
and people
earn
tend to use them
$50
when
a
they're
minute
living in
doing what
extreme
I'm doing
poverty.
now. What I'm doing now
Lucas,
is doing intro
Lucas,
videos, and I will do a
Lucas,
1 to 5
Lucas, I
minute
can do this all
recording
night,
for
Lucas.
$50 over
Lucas,
Cash App.
Lucas,
I have
Lucas,
done
darling.
this for 2
Lucas,
people already.
Lucas,
I did this for a
Lucas,
guy named Nicholas in his
Lucas,
comic
Lucas
book
Werner,
store. And I earned
Mr. Werner,
$60
Lucas,
essentially worth of
Lucas,
food. Well, I earned
Werner,
$30 in food.
Lucas
So
Werner,
Sir,
he was
Lucas
saying that.
sir, you're at a
Werner.
bus stop.
He was saying that he would have paid me
This is a bus
$50
stop,
on
sir.
Cash App.
Lucas.
Right.
Lucas.
$50 on Cash App, and I will
Lucas.
do a 1-minute ad for you.
Lucas. There we go. Now, listen, darling, I have a genuine question to ask you, and I'm not asking
paid me essentially $50 to do 1-minute ad.
You know, I was upset when people put spikes on those fucking benches. I'm fine with it now.
Let me ask you a fucking question. I pay for the pizza for you to come on here, cunt, so fucking listen to what I need to ask you. Right? Are you fucking autistic? And I'm asking that legitimately.
Legitimately, I am not. You're just rude.
Well, no, I'm not rude, right? I did try to ask you that fucking question in a very polite manner, but you wouldn't shut the fuck up, did you? Right?
Man, I love British people. You're such a right.
You're not autistic and you don't have learning disabilities. Is that what you're saying? Because I find it very difficult to believe that somebody would
These Americans are laughing at the British guy. That's
well, yes. Well, generally, yes. That's the thing. You know, I do live in the first
everyone's going to bring up the revolution.
Oh yeah, sure. Use it as an argument. Be like G-Man. Whatever. I'm British. What to do? You're also homeless, Lucas. I'm fairly sure I'm the one winning in life compared to you.
Oh, it's a competition now.
Well, you're the one who decided to throw out the British card, son. I'm just saying.
Well,
no,
I don't know.
I'm
trying to
tried to ask you a serious fucking question without wishing to be mean, right? I asked you, are you autistic? You know, okay, no. Do you legitimately have learning fucking difficulties? Do you have learning difficulties?
No.
Are you
my
sure?
younger brother
Because
did.
I have learning difficulties. So
I do too.
It's fine.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. But
the reason why I asked that, Lucas, is I find it absolutely stunning that you would not you have this weird metric for success in life that you're quite happy to live on food handouts.
Oh, I could get money over Cash App or a Cameo. If you want to pay me $50 to do a 2-minute
well, I'm not going to
ad,
pay you $50.
Well, you don't have
especially for a fucking Cameo. The only people who know who you are us lot on Kiwi Farms.
True. There are people that are paying me to do ads.
And at the end of the day, like you keep saying that you're a democratic socialist, yet you are on a capitalistic platform, and you intend to use capitalistic structures in order to make money.
I'm using a capitalistic system to earn money.
Oh,
yes,
God.
but democratic socialism is about capitalism and socialism.
Oh yeah, I do come from the UK. We generally use that.
Sure.
If the UK is generally
where I am mentally is way more left of that. Well, I consider myself more left wing than that. I want a system where there's no politicians because I want the people to have the power. Because the people are the people, and the power should be the people, not the politicians.
But the thing is, though, Lucas, whenever I've seen a video from you, you've been arguing in favor. Lucas, let me talk about socialism. Whenever I've seen a video from you promoting the idea of democratic socialism, it's not been because you want to seize the means of production. It's not because you want universal health care. It's not because you want things like the welfare system, what we have here in the UK. It seems to be simply based on you acquiring a girlfriend.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, whenever you talk,
where's the party?
Seize the means of reproduction.
You're not talking about the systems.
That's not what democratic socialism is about.
You're talking about like I saw a video from you, Lucas, right? One of my favorite videos of yours where you're going, feel the burn. You know, why not feel the burn? You know, he's an old man, Generation Z. They love left wing. You're going about age phobia and all that kind of thing. You like to use the language used by the progressive left, for example, like age phobia or whatever else. Right, and you're using all of these political terms and phrases in order to justify acquiring a missus.
But there's other reasons.
But I never see you promote those other reasons. I never hear you breaking. Like what are the basic tenets of democratic socialism? Can you explain them to me?
Higher tax rate on the people that make more money.
Okay.
Pay for the things that people want.
It's
healthcare,
higher tax is a consequence of democratic socialism and justice, but not generally.
Higher taxes on the rich.
You said that
Higher
one.
taxes on the rich. But you're also
3 times.
paying for things that people would like to have, like the medical system and better education.
Said that one.
Infrastructure.
So you're so okay. Well, so let's take the higher taxes thing, even though that's more of a consequence and more of the democratic justice, but not so much as the actual system itself.
Democratic socialism.
Universal healthcare. Universal healthcare. Okay, I'll accept that. Go on.
Infrastructure, repairing the roads and the internet system, postal service.
So you're for the nationalization of what? The internet?
It's not a bad idea. They've done it in some states.
What?
Americans, I don't believe anywhere in the United States of America do you have nationalized internet.
No.
No, we have regionalized monopolies, which are pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, they're very bad.
AT&T, yeah, and Verizon. But yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against government going and breaking those up, or even some cities actually have their own internet infrastructure that they put up, and Comcast fucking hated it type shit. But he's not smart enough to look into it to see that even for a half a second, and he just screaming buzzword.
Or realize that a more effective way at being able to handle these sorts of things, instead of screaming these empty platitudes and making these little short videos on wherever you're putting them, is to actually figure out how to contact your local congressperson, how to put together something that's requesting a change in these particular laws and bills, and how to start working towards that, because that's how shit gets changed.
Or do it.
And then he might hire you, and he'll pay you at least 7 sandwiches a week.
Did he tell me to go do it?
Yeah, he said told you to go do it.
I work in civil litigation. I am.
You have no job. You have nothing but free time, and you won't do this. Your only non-free time is trying not to get murdered.
You a slacktivist? Is that what's going on right now?
He is. He's the worst kind.
I have a legitimate question again to ask. Again, I'm not being rude, Lucas. I'm not being rude, right? But do you? I imagine you've heard of concepts like as state-issued girlfriend, for example.
Oh.
Is that something you'd be interested in?
State-issued girlfriend?
Yeah, as in basically, being given a girlfriend who, obviously it's not slavery. Obviously women would sign up to be state-issued girlfriends, and then for men such as yourself who struggle to find love in your life could sign up to this program, and they are paid by the state to be your other half,
So they're getting paid to be your girlfriend. How much are they getting paid?
Oh, a fair rate.
14 sandwiches.
What's a fair rate? How much money are they making a year to be your girlfriend?
Let's say $50,000 a year.
You've already answered this wrong.
And they're doing this of their own accord?
Yeah, well, you can't have slavery. It's kind of against the Constitution.
No racketeering, no.
So they're signing up to be your girlfriend for $50,000 a year. That's what you're saying?
That's what I'm suggesting as an idea, as a form of welfare.
Seems like a job.
Well,
what would she have to
fuck
do?
that, right?
What would she have to do? Would she have to cook for you and have sex with you and stuff?
Oh, we're not so much as cooking.
What the fuck is happening? The answer right off the bat: should we have a state-issue girlfriend? No.
No, let's not do that.
You're asking way too many questions.
He's getting into
I think
this.
that's how people. I'm not familiar with this idea of a state-issued girlfriend. I'm trying to figure out what you're talking about.
All you had to say is
public.
Well, hold on for a second. There's actually a with this plot.
I mean, just answering things in yes or no isn't very entertaining. I'm curious, so I'd like to know what the hell you're talking about.
Well, sure. There's a
entertaining.
hentai called Dropout, okay? And so it's a new state I'm not even joking. There's literally a hentai where the state issues women who have done poorly in society. They dropped out of school. They suck at whatever their job is. So they get employed poorly in society, the state to.
And these women are being paid to do what exactly?
Right, they're being paid.
What are they paying these women to do?
One of the positions in this program.
The government.
I'm not even.
The government.
God damn it, Alice.
The government is paying these women to do what exactly?
It's actually pretty good.
Where are both your hands?
What are they paying these women to do? Are they paying them to cook for you and sleep with you?
They're
And they're earning $50,000 a
Lose
year.
their gag reflex.
It's a hentai. They're getting
Are you serious?
They're getting
They won't have a problem with the wearing here, man.
Their only job is to help motivate the men who are doing well in society. You know,
Motivate them. How do they motivate them? By having sex with them?
Yes.
Or what?
For other
That's their
Oh,
job.
really? So they're like they're legal prostitutes.
You get sex,
Yeah, I'm all
obviously,
for that.
not necessarily. Like, you, obviously, in a relationship, you work as a team. You know, you can take turns in cooking. You know, some nights you can take out.
Really? So she's
you're
earning
eating
$50,000
takeout
a year to be this guy's wife. They're paying her $50,000 to be this guy's wife.
All I'm doing here is I'm just spitballing, Lucas. You know, 50,000. I don't know how much.
Sure, I mean,
yeah,
why not? I mean, could you pay a guy to be a husband?
50,000 is not really a lot of money, especially like if you got to think about it. If you're in this hypothetical scenario and your issues right, it's like that's a lot, especially if it's someone who looks like the guy in your mirror. So you're putting up with a whole lot of stuff that you may not want to. For what? For 50,000 a year? Again,
No, they a lot of quitting.
Did you get a car?
Yeah,
Well,
50,000, man.
let's
If you compare it to his 19 sandwiches a year, it's a lot of money.
Benefits, they get full health care, and they get a company car and mobile phone. How does that grab you?
Do they have to have children with these guys?
No, you don't have to have children. No.
What if they paid them?
Nope.
Well, that could be an option, couldn't it, Lucas? You know, we have to play it by ear, don't we? You know,
This is giving me heartburn. I'll be right back.
Legal as prostitution, but okay.
Don't drive while you're gone, Frank, with that heart.
I'm all for it. I'm all for this idea. This sounds great.
Are you in favor of the idea?
Sure, why not? I couldn't afford it, but hey, why not?
No,
All these
if it was a
women are
form of
getting
right,
Issue, dingus.
State issue,
yeah,
and the
he
women
doesn't
are
pay
earning
taxes.
$100,000 a year.
Yeah, fair. He's
The
paying
women are-
$0 to us.
So the women are getting paid. They're giving these
No,
women away.
you're paying $0 because you're a useless piece of shit who doesn't have a job.
This is an example of some of the
doing a
social
1-minute
services
ad.
and welfare services you're wanting.
So just this is
This is how they work.
So
I don't have a problem with walking. I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh God. I'm actually very
How are you
curious.
fat and homeless?
To sort of change the tone, Lucas. I was thinking about this the other day. What is your ideal mate? Like just her dimensions, her numbers, whatever. Her education level, profession,
My ideal chick, my ideal wife, my ideal girlfriend. What would she be like?
I mean, ideally, this person you're going to be with for some extended amount of time. So probably your wife.
Okay, probably like 18 years old, good looking, honor roll at a college, like maybe 5 foot tall, any color hair, any color race, pretty, interesting, can hold a conversation, any color race, like honor roll student, maybe even earns more money than I do.
Well, that's not hard.
No, yeah.
It's legit.
She has to pick up a single penny and then she's nailing it.
Bro,
Well, I mean,
how
if
much
she was-
Grubhub did she get this week, though?
I would prefer it if she was like a 22-year-old doctor.
Oh, those are, yeah, there's a lot of those.
Wait.
Was
So
this fucking
basically, you're looking for the
Doogie
female
Howser?
Doogie Howser.
Hold on. Okay.
Right,
The
like
youngest
she got a
woman-
dog, but
No,
not gay,
Lucas.
but not gay. So she had like a 18-year-old
She would have to
doctor.
have a genius level IQ. Just so
Oh,
you're
they
aware. The youngest
they
doctor
exist,
I
sure.
know is a friend of mine who's younger than me.
This
Okay?
is
And
America.
he's
These things
27.
exist. If she lived in Thailand and she was an 18-year-old doctor, if she wanted me as her mate, I would be
She
down
does
for
not.
this.
She
And
just
she might
texted
have
me
a
and said
penis.
she does not.
Well, then she's not my ideal chick.
No, the lady in Taiwan literally just texted me. She said no, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, a lady in Taiwan
Yeah,
texted
you don't to a different school.
That's okay. I'm sure there's plenty of women in the United States that are beautiful, intelligent, well-paid women that can hold a conversation and would like hanging out with me.
And 0% of them would choose to sleep with you.
What would you offer them in return?
Or they're no-paid women and they have no jobs, but they're interesting and they're pretty and they're fun to talk to.
And still, none of them would choose to sleep with you. Like, you can keep on making brackets, and almost all of them are gonna say no. Basically,
I'm going somewhere with this. Hold on for a second.
All right.
So
I get paid $50 to do 1 minute ads.
That's cool. Okay, so the woman that from what I get, you want a woman that is well educated, which is fair, but also also very good looking. Now, it's been my experience that women who are well educated, well good looking, have higher standards than, let's say, your average woman who's probably not well educated. Is that fair?
Yes.
Lucas, is that fair? Is that a fair assessment of most women?
I don't care if she's well educated or not educated, as long as she's pretty and nice to me.
Okay, so as long as she's nice to you and pretty, that's what you prioritize.
That's everything a man wants.
That's all you want. So that's fine. I'm just trying to get an idea.
I mean, she'd have to be halfway intelligent to carry on a conversation.
Oh, sure. She doesn't have to be incredibly, educated and intelligent. So
for her to be with you, she had to get kicked in the head by a horse.
So, in order for
more than once,
as far as her being nice to you, because this is going to relate to something I heard you talk about. You had a series of videos where you talked about people giving you criticism, and you're just going to return hate. People give you criticism. So, in respect to that, if prospective woman offers you a bit of constructive criticism, right? Would that be nice to you?
Yeah, like all my friends offer me constructive criticism. That's why they're my friends.
Right. The friends that you've described to me over the past week have been transactional friends that trade sandwiches for weed. So I'm not sure if I'm able to really gauge how constructive these
I have
friends
a
are.
friend in Australia. I got a friend in Minneapolis. I got a friend in the South. I can't remember where she's from. I got all these women friends that want to talk to me, and they worry about me, but we talk about mutual interest things like food and stuff.
I got a question. Have you actually seen their faces and actually talked to them like we're talking now?
Yeah. Like, why do I talk to them over the phone? I'm talking to them.
Okay, that's not talking like this then.
Did they look like a catfish?
You mean like audio chat? Yeah, I've talked audio chat with them.
Thank you guys for having me, and thank you, Lucas, for coming onto the stream. I really do appreciate it, man. I'm going to bounce out, guys. Have a great stream.
Oh, fuck you for buying the pizza.
Well, I think
excellent.
When people use the term friend, I have a bit of a higher standard. There's plenty of chicks all over the world who watch me for years and probably want to swallow my dick, but that doesn't the best judges of character, right? They may be infatuated with me, but that doesn't mean that they give me good criticism, right? So how do you really between someone who just is a fan of the Lucas Werner that they see versus someone who is an actual dedicated friend of yours? You get what I'm asking?
I don't know. I can earn $40 of food to do a 1 minute ad. Maybe I can get $50 to do a 1 minute ad.
Is that all you came prepared with today?
I'm gonna go walk into traffic.
I'm an insult comic on the internet, and people pay me to do insult comedy things.
No.
Insult Billy.
Here, insult Billy.
And they pay me to do ads for the site because they like the sound of my voice. So they might give me a false criticism.
Insult me.
Lucas.
Oh, Democratic Socialist. It's a capitalist. What?
Lucas.
What, bitch?
It's not an insult.
Lucas, hey, fuck you, bitch. Insult the guy with the beard.
Not this guy. This guy that's right beside.
Not the one that looks like
the scraggly beard that also looks like a hobo.
It's not scraggly, you bitch.
Insult him.
Insult him.
All right,
Come on,
ZZ Top.
do it.
Who did that? He looks like
Yeah, I can do that.
Let's hear it. What you got, man?
Yeah, insult me. I'm right above you.
Yeah,
you can figure it out.
Yeah.
You look like that Jason Perva guy that said that he hired me to suck his dick when that didn't happen.
Already too long and too specific.
Wait, somebody
dick
hired
wasn't.
you to do what?
Oh, he started this rumor that I sucked his dick. And then
It's a rumor.
yeah, so I was like, is there any evidence behind this? And people were like, they shut up after that point because there's no evidence behind this.
Theoretically, if you were gonna do that though, how many sandwiches?
I'm not sucking any guy's dick for any amount of sandwiches.
I don't
Are you 100 sandwiches. I come up, I have 100 sandwiches. You sucking my dick.
I don't.
Bro, I actually know a sandwich artist. Like, we can make this happen.
200 sandwiches.
See, the important question to ask with this is, do I have to swallow?
Sandwiches, of course.
Go get it.
Also my load.
I'm gonna put you out, sweetheart. I think maybe 100 wings a day for a year. Or just start handing them out to homeless people.
To suck a dick?
You got to give me a.
Yeah, do the homeless people have to suck your
After this year is up, after you give me 100 wings a year.
No, backwards.
Nope.
Pay
No,
up
dick first,
That
and then you
kind
get
of
100
rate
wings.
is like you can get the
100
balls in
wings
your
a day.
mouth too.
Also, they can't be hot wings if you're about to suck the dick afterwards. That's
Well,
unfair.
that's rude. You got to give me 100 wings a day for a year, and they're all going to be hot wings.
Okay.
But you're gonna suck the dick every day, right?
So if I
No,
purchase,
no.
well, hold on for a second. If I purchase 100 hot wings for you a
I'll give
day,
you-
a year, you will.
I'll give you one.
No, I'm just,
No, I don't know. Why don't you just go with a better offer than what I gave you? What I gave you is going to cost you like $200 a day.
No, backwards. So basically what I would do is, because you're a hobo, I would just buy all the wings on one day because like I would get them on Wing Wednesday where they're 50 cents a piece because you're dumb and you wouldn't notice it. So that would cost me 18 grand for you to suck my dick.
On Wing
I just did the
Street,
math.
bitch.
He did the math.
100 wings a day.
Yeah, I
You
did the
called me a
math.
dumbass, but I said 100 wings a day for a year.
Yeah, that's 18 grand. That's not a lot of money to put a penis in your mouth.
I mean, you did
But is it
Yeah.
more successful than the sandwiches for the voice acting?
Yeah,
You're
can you,
gonna
can you
pay
do
me
some voice
18
acting while you're
grand?
gobbling the knob? Like, is that possible?
Pretend it's your microphone because this is as good of a quality as what you use.
You could probably get that for $50 on Backpage Gaming. No, not for me. I mean,
Well, I mean, you
you're
would
gonna pay
know
me
where to look.
$18,000 for something you can get on a gay dating site for like $50.
Or you
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
they use
doing
their,
any
they
of
use their
this.
teeth.
I'm pretty sure my dick would get gingivitis from your face. Like, that's not happening.
You're the worst businessman in the world. Like, if you wanted this, you could probably go on Grindr and get this
I'm
for
not
free.
the person who gave you hot wings to shout out their fucking goddamn comic book store. That guy clearly is the worst businessman.
You're getting paid in sandwiches. Who's the worst businessman here?
My boss
I
is
can
an
get money.
asshole and pays me in money.
You're just mad because he's making
If I
all that
was doing
cheddar.
this in cash, I probably would have got like
No
what would it
clients.
be like $100 today. You got me like $100 worth of food. You got
I
me.
can't even get that.
Why didn't he just
And
give
I
you
have
the money
years of
then?
experience.
He
He's
gave me
a
all the
liar.
stuff from 7-Eleven, and then he gave me this stuff from Clinkerdagger. So
Stop
I'm sure
saying
that's
that.
Hey,
it's like $100 for the food.
hey, real
Making
quick,
our
I'm gonna
channel
ask you
insane.
something.
This is for 2 1-minute ads to call out this guy that stole out his girlfriend on a
Yeah, he's
video
back
game.
that.
Yes,
Cool.
you've said this.
Hey, Lucas. This
Right.
is a question that's in,
So,
in my fucking.
you really think that I'm a whore?
Shush! Shut your fucking
Not a
mouth.
monologue.
Shut your fucking mouth. This talk way too goddamn much. Lucas
Can
for
you just
years.
give me $18,000?
Shush. Jingle keys. Thank you. Lucas for years crowded about inventing a time machine to win the lottery. Ask him about this.
Did you invent a time machine to win the goddamn
Yeah,
lottery?
or you, about
Oh,
Based on
it's
your
just
current
a
living
lottery.
situation, no.
have you been?
No, it's just a theory.
Huh?
It's just a theory.
No, that's not.
No, that's a hypothesis or like not
More of a
even that.
speculation.
I was
That's
about to say,
kinda
dude,
like it's just an idea.
if
It's
you
an
look
idea.
back, you really fucked up.
You need to do less crack or more of it. I can't tell. Probably more.
They think it's weird
A lot
people,
more.
they think.
So some of y'all may not know, but Lucas is currently working on a board game.
Couple.
No, I'm not. Are you lying about that? Are you not really working on the board game?
Couple.
What name? And what's one of their names?
Daisy Marvin.
Okay, I'm already out.
Bless you.
All right.
What's your problem?
You would know her.
No, that is technically your problem. If I'm out, I am the consumer. You are the manufacturer, and if I'm out, that's your problem, not mine.
One in the chat if you're already out.
Yeah,
Just
why
a
don't
guy.
Get all those ones.
Why don't you pitch the idea for the game, and we can tell you like if it's.
We can be the sharks.
It's over an hour long of him explaining how the game works.
Oh God.
Because see, that's a bad business move there.
You pick up
solid.
There's a one. There's a sit. Thank you, Blackout TV. Fat Life one. Goddamn. Also, ask him if he enjoyed being in 4 points restraints after the security guard cockblocked you.
I was yelling at the hypocrite.
Do what?
He was explaining how he was a Bernie Sanders supporter. He said the only reason that anybody loves you is because you have a nice car in classes.
So it wasn't because you was talking to a lady and making her feel comfortable, and he told you to quit, and you got pissed, and you yelled at him that you're cockblocking him.
Yeah, that's basically what he was doing because I talked to her later in a different hospital.
That's different from what you were telling me. You went off some Bernie Sanders rant, but that's not.
Yeah, I thought you didn't know that.
And then later on a different. And later.
Where is it?
Hey, listen. Later, I met up with that chick.
Wait, no. Explain on that story. I want to hear that story.
I'm trying to explain it. You keep interrupting me.
Now you know how I feel.
Later,
you're talking about other shit, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about what you brought up. You brought up this chick that this orderly said that I was annoying, right?
Okay, and that's your cue to fucking leave, right?
No, later on in a different hospital that week, her and I became friends and we're talking. And she said that she remembered me, and I remember her from that hospital. And we were friends while we were in the hospital together, another hospital after that. Like that orderly was a dumb shit who didn't know what the hell he was talking about because her and I became friends. But she had a boyfriend, so I didn't really make any.
I get it. You're the kid that thinks he can date his babysitter.
Wait, you just said that she said to leave.
A non-bigot.
Hold on, you
there
just
it is.
said
You nailed it. That was huge, hilarious. Nailed it.
You just said that she told you to leave you alone, and
no, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said no, I didn't. The orderly said that, but later on, her and I became friends at a different hospital because she liked me.
But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
as
when
a
you
patient.
You sound like a Republican.
You sound like an idiot.
Dude, you're the guy that's going around with. You're the guy that's going around saying all these buzzwords, trying to act like you're fucking left to get some pussy when you can't even fucking get any.
You just know where they are.
Patience, grasshopper. You said it's been 8 fucking years.
Yeah, he's very patient.
Yeah.
Joe over here.
I'm just very well planned in how I approach.
8 years to spring a plan. You're very shitty at plans.
This is the comedy.
This is the. So we're in the homeless part of your plan right now.
Yeah.
Am I hearing this correctly?
That part doesn't affect my plan.
It does.
Yeah, it does. Especially when you can't get money and you get paid in fucking sandwiches.
Not really.
I'm curious.
You got paid though.
Well, hold on for a second.
No, you don't.
We start doing this for money.
Let me ask my wife. Hey, dear, would you fuck a homeless guy? No.
If you didn't smell too homeless. Wait, were you
homeless?
Did you meet up with fat? What's her name? Booty Booty.
Yeah, have you ever met a girl named Booty Booty? She said she fucked somebody
Never.
that was almost smelled homeless.
That could have been you. That sounds like you.
Never heard of her? Oh, you didn't.
Were you carrying around
She's
a
a bit
stack of
older.
DVDs?
She definitely doesn't pass for 18.
True.
No, she's obese as fuck too, but her skin's definitely tight.
I guarantee you sandwiches.
That 30 were on here, the environmental scientist. She thought that she could pass for 18. I'm there just like, no.
She never said that.
Oh yeah. You knew better, didn't
Yeah,
you?
she did.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, she did.
No, she
She
didn't.
said that she could pass for 18. I swear to God.
Said it
I
0
swear
times.
to your God. This is
It literally says atheist, like right here.
Okay, so if you're wondering what that reference is that he's making about the chick who said that she could pass for 18, he's talking about Lola, and he doesn't realize that Lola's sitting right there in the chat, and that's why there's sort of a muted laughter from everybody, because he doesn't realize that Lola is a person, and no, she did not say that. She said that 18 years old wasn't that long ago, or not as long as you think. That was a comment that Lola had made. But, of course, Lucas heard what he wanted to hear. That's why he's arguing with everyone now, because he has an interpretation of what he thought she said.
Hey, just because she's an atheist doesn't mean that she can't just be an educated idiot.
Fuck. Oh,
Fucking
wow.
Christ.
She's so deluded that she
too
thought
much
that
to
she could
follow,
pass
huh?
for an 18-year-old.
She never said that 0 times.
There's a lot of
The most
deluded people on the
narcissistic
internet,
human
aren't
ever.
there, Lucas. A lot of deluded people on the internet.
Yeah,
Yep.
some people think they can get
She's one
paid
of
$50 a day doing cameos because they got hot wings once.
They got a plan, bro. Don't worry about it. The plan is in full effect.
Mhm.
Just you
I could
wait.
probably get $50 to
Eight-year
$100 a day for doing a 1-minute ad.
Then
No,
fucking
you
do
can't.
it. Do it then.
Yeah,
Well,
why
that's
aren't you
not
doing
working.
that?
If you can,
There's a lot
then
of podcasts,
do it for 2 weeks.
Not just one day.
Yeah.
Okay, and
'Cause you have
people
to
in
show
our
a
chat,
pattern.
do not give him
We're doing stuff
$50 to
every day
troll him
for-
so he does this for the rest of his life, because that would be hilarious. Don't do it.
Thanks to the pumping from the geek room, I've been getting work. So thank you.
You have?
I have.
Have you?
I got.
What'd
Does
you
this
get?
work?
I got some food.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
you got
from
some
a
catfish.
random
Probably get
comic
money.
book store that doesn't watch us. Yes.
I saw
That
you got
was
some,
us. We caused
some
that.
Some frozen catfish delivered to your
We
door.
didn't realize
That's
that-
pretty
that
That was-
Did you
Well,
eat that catfish, by the way?
Yeah, why'd you get mad about
No.
the catfish? You threw away
I
good
just
food.
left it there.
Did you try to sleep with it?
So you threw away the food.
Yeah, I didn't eat that shit.
It's fucking
I had to cook
food,
that.
dude. You can
Yeah,
cook
I
and
don't have
you're
any way
yeah.
to cook it.
And you're a
just
hobo.
build you a trash campfire. I don't care.
Where am I gonna find a place to cook catfish? Just build a fire?
Have you-
trash can fire.
Have you ever heard of that YouTuber?
What do you think, I'm a homeless person?
Yes.
You are a homeless person.
That's funny.
I know.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you can find some things under the bridge, build you a fire, cook the catfish, and bam, you got it.
That's not really what I do. I go to
Yes, it
places
is.
where
I've been homeless before. I've been on
Have you?
on the street, proper yeah. And it wasn't I got out of it and didn't go back into it again. Like
Well, good.
So-
I mean, sometimes people fuck up.
All right, so
I
right,
didn't luck out. I taught myself like skills and education, and then presented that to somebody, and they're like, "Holy shit, this is worth a lot!" And they brought me on and had my own business.
Yeah, it takes a while.
To be
we've got
fair,
an offer.
to be fair, he does have way more bathrooms than we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I usually just go to the bus station.
Are you getting kicked out
yeah.
yet?
How do you get kicked out of the woods?
I'm talking about the bus station. and shit.
I'm sure you'll find
I
a
would
way.
hope. Where's those California
no,
fires? How are they doing? Go north.
I have to go, you guys, because I have to go to this other place. So I'm checking out.
All right, never see you again. Bye.
This was very productive.
Wow. I feel like my IQ has dropped significantly.
Probably.
My brain hurts.
We're dumb. We're dumber now. Like, but just accept that we are all dumber.
So these socialists, like I don't know, like just wow, like these communists and these chicks, like they just
They're just slinging puss.
They sandwich you, like they offer you stuff, and like it's like a broken speaking spell. You wait long enough, and it just repeats itself.
The cow says.
All right, I'm going to
The
stop.
cat
this.
says, "Hey, I got a gig doing an audio thing. I got $80 worth of Grubhub."
Also, we're taking bets in our chat. Let's see, where is it?
You got to pull the string like really long to get that one, by the way.
I wanted to I was laying down with my wife because I started laughing too hard, but I wanted to
You
ask
delete
him,
it.
why does he call himself Dr. Learn when he clearly hasn't earned anything in any academic field ever?
You could have ended that sentence
How
so much
does he
quicker.
plan on actually like earning his PhD? Like I want to hear how he thinks it works. Jeez.
Sandwiches.
$5 from Fitton, Kirby. Here's some pizza money. Also, I never said I looked 18. I try to get so many questions, but god damn it, guys! Like, it was just.
I mean, you saw what we were up against, right?
Yeah.
It was an honest try.
You made we actually got a good attempt in to try and get him to focus, but that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
Jesus, like I had to back off because there was a certain point where his brain was smoking and you could see it, and I'm like, these aren't hard questions. They're really not.
It gave me heartburn. I had to go get
You're a
milk.
dick, Billy.
What'd you do?
I just don't understand how that's
you.
gonna work out when he goes to, goes to college or whatever and takes classes. Like, is he going to actually learn anything? Like, is that possible?
He's not going to college.
I want to be a guest lecturer wherever he goes to college. I really do, just so I can just teach one course with him in it, just so I can see him.
He's not going.
I know, but hypothetically, that'd be funny as shit.
All right, I'm changing.
It's like Rev actually kicking his fucking shanty out of his house. It's not happening.
Well, you try moving the Snorlax without a Poke Flute, doesn't work out too well.
I don't have my thing up shit.
Well, get it up, Frank. Come on, get it up for us.
After
Don't be
tonight-
shy.
After tonight, it's probably not going to be coming up. It's just.
How much show's the worst?
I do have an after show plan. If you guys want to do that, we can fucking hop over there and you guys can fucking yell at us out of, I don't know. Like.
Or not.
Or not.
Yeah.
No spit.
Drained, defeated.
Shout out to Irate Alex for supplying the pizza that caused this.
Yes.
Also, fuck Irate Alex for supplying the pizza that caused this.
So yeah, if anybody wants in, I got it set up. I'm going to end this because
it should be ended.
Yes.
AIDS.
Yes.
Full blown AIDS.
You've got the AIDS.
All right, I'm going to see. All right, yeah, I'm ending it. We'll see everybody at the after show. Later.
Well, I guess I gotta eat another guy's jizz.
All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. I will catch y'all.